Greetings and salutations, and welcome to Flintlocks and Fireballs, where a handful of mad actors will attempt to survive the treacherous waters of Dungeons and Dragons. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Jason Phelps, and you're giving me a look as if I've said something wrong.
I was just picturing a man full of mad actors and, really struggling.
Flintlocks and Fireballs, we're a mound full of hat actors will attempt to survive the treacherous daughters of Fungeons and Flackens.
Yes. Perfect. Nailed it.
I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Jason Phelps, and I am joined as ever by Robbie. Welcome to Jimothy Bellekom. Sam, welcome from Jimothy. Burns, and Ellie, welcome, Jimothy Sparrow.
Oh.
That's like fucking Cerebro from X-Men, but it's not for Professor. It's for Jimothy.
It's like the door slid in.
And what it is he puts the thing on his head under it. No, he puts the thing on his purple top hat. It's Jimothy Chanter.
Yeah.
And he goes, do-do-do-do-do, and it lights up with all the other Jimothys in the world.
Oh, wow.
And he can make them all scream at the same time.
Campaign 3. No. God, Jimothy will be back in Campaign 2, and I'm not talking about how.
I'm both sad and intrigued. Excellent.
Yes.
And I don't know, maybe Jimothy will be back in the Campaign 1. I just can't see a way that's happening intentionally.
I can. As soon as I get a teleport, we're heading straight
Just like for lunch, yeah. They won't even be surprised that a portal appears, it'll just be normal.
Yeah. One of the few places probably where that wouldn't cause a riot.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a chart of places we can go that I could roll a D100 on, and you're going to just have to cope.
Okay.
You're going to be so mad all the time.
It's fine. Get ready to roll those to roll those percentile dice and where you end up.
I'm so excited for that. It's going to be so fun.
If you make a 6,000 mile leap and you're off by 10%,
Oh boy.
could end up in the fucking ocean.
Oh dear.
And be thankful that we're not playing in the versions of D&D where there's a chance you could just end up in the ground and die instantly.
Oh wow.
There is
a take a bunch of damage option.
Yeah, these days it's take a bunch of damage because you land in a solid object, as opposed to roll to see how many feet you are off and whether it is up or down.
So
If you land in,
40
if it's down, you die instantly.
That sounds terrible as a game.
That's why it's dropped in later versions.
Putting the fun in Fungeon
Would you like to be punished for no reason?
Then why not roll the D10,000 table, which is the wild magic table I chose not to use because far too many options were just lethal, such as half the target's body turns to pure sodium, the other half to pure chlorine.
But also, there was stuff like a nearby star explodes.
If you roll 10,000, the nearest star goes supernova.
Well, that's the campaign over.
Yeah.
And the next one.
If you were doing it,
and the one after
if you're doing
that.
if you're doing a space campaign, you could maybe get away with that.
Yeah.
But still,
But in our setting, that's all the campaigns over.
Yep.
That's the setting dead.
speaking of the death of the setting, it's time for us to gaze into the grim future where war. There's only war. Shit, I can't remember how the Warhammer Prelude goes. I was about to mix it with Fallout and say that it never changes.
It's the 43rd
Regardless.
millennium. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 43rd millennium. War never changes. We're all stuck in vaults and ponies are taking over the earth. Future us, save us from these mixed metaphors by telling us what messages from the present. It's Future Jason with messages from the present. This episode of Flintlocks and Fireballs is brought to you by you. As ever, a massive thanks to our crew members on the Flintlocks Patreon who help keep this ship sailing. There's a wealth of extra content and bonus features for patrons, including regular blog posts, extra stories narrated by the cast, artwork, and a monthly poll for the community to help design an element to go into the game. You can check it out at patreon.com/flintlocks-and-fireballs, link in the description. We are an affiliate of dnddice.com, makers of beautiful specialty dice since 2010. Whether you need dice because you're masquerading as a vampire, Calling Cthulhu, or are some sort of Pathfinder gathering the magic munchkins, you can click through our affiliate link in the description and grab yourself or a friend some particularly sexy dice or a particularly sexy leather dice bag. We are also an affiliate of Zavi, fine producers of nerdy garments and handy household items. Remember, you can click through the affiliate link in the description and use code FLINTLOCKS20 to take 20% off clothing and FLINTLOCKS10 to take 10% off not clothing. And that's it for announcements this time. Back to you, Past Jason.
Nay, it's too late. There's one already here. Whoa! That's where I unzip and my giant pony neck.
We thought they were a hill along. They turned out to be a pony.
And I eat you with my horse mouth.
This is made worse by the fact that Ellie has, as a gift from one of their long-standing friends, a small ceramic statue of a skinless horse. It's one of those.
He hand-painted.
Yeah, it's one of those paint-your-own-horse statuettes.
It's more cursed than it sounds.
It's the googly eyes really do it.
It is.
Yeah.
We did. It was our friendship anniversary, and I've been friends with this man longer than I've known Jason. So we've been friends for a long time. And we decided to paint friendship horses because we found some paint your own horse kits which had like little pottery horses in them. And I painted this beautiful tribute to our friendship that had like little, bits and little like scenes on it from our friendship, and he painted a horse with no skin because he said he felt like he could share anything with me and like he didn't have anything in the way.
No skin, googly eyes.
And googly eyes.
And a lovely like green meadow with bright flowers
it's
beneath
just standing
it.
on grass. Needless to say, he's fucking great. This horse is amazing, but it's also the worst, and it looks over our bed, and Jason just has to deal with it.
I forget that thing looks over our bed. It was
it's on the chest of drawers. It's just watching us sleep with its big fucking googly eyes and no skin.
Well, it's currently in terms of watching us sleep time, it's going to have to. It's like that is very much an auditorium is sharing with the two IKEA bears.
You know that,
and my childhood stuffed platypus.
You know that friend
it's
that
not
when
a real stuffed platypus.
You know that friend that when you moved out when you were 18, you lived with them, and because they were the first person that you lived with in adult life, your friendship is actually so weird now that even with context, it's actually more weird. He's that person. I love him very much.
Aww.
And on that note, I think it's time for us. It's past time for us to begin. Flintlocks and Fireballs. Our land stands on the sabre's edge.
Our cities are a powder keg.
Brother chains, brother, no one's free. A life on land is short, you'll see.
So gather your muskets, gather your spears, we'll plunder the shores of Calcinea. No kraken, storm or spell we fear, so come and sail with us, my dear.
Previously, on Flintlocks and Fireballs, the party have ventured into the Fretting Fiddler with the intent of taking out the leadership of the Five Friars gang of Newmark. Having attempted to lure Owen Copperkettle, head of the Five Friars, into an ambush in the cellars beneath his own pub, he turned the tables, shanked up Celestia several times, fled into a secret passageway, and it's and pretty much only because the party rolled rolled better initiatives than the ambush. They were not immediately set upon from above by the various gang members, just ready to shoot down at them from the well, not so much from the rafters as literally through the floorboards of the pub above. A short fight later, which is not over, has resulted in 7 dead halflings, at least 2 fireballs blasting open both the false kegs in the cellar and the real barrels as well, and revealing a number of secret exits. A sniper shot against Scamp has successfully disrupted their concentration after having summoned Lux, the fickle entity that travels with them, bound to one of the silver skulls that Scamp carries around with them. Lux has an uncertain amount of time in physical form in which she is not bound by Scamp's commands.
Yeah, but she'll behave herself if she ever wants to leave it again.
We shall see. At this point, to reiterate where we were when we last left off, the cellar has essentially been cleared of barrels. It's also now a good, Corzin's knee depth, knee high, deep in beer. These, which I guess is like shin height for Celestia. It's almost, it would be enough that you'd have to worry about some of your weapons, but by the time that was blasted, Corzin, you were already into a side passage.
Yeah.
There are a total of 5 formally secret exits out of this cellar, as well as one set of stairs that just goes up. To reiterate the layout of this, 2 of the secret exits are on the north side. You've successfully managed to get open the doors to both of these secret exits, which are solid wooden doors reinforced with iron bars.
So they're on the north side.
On the north side. Both of those are now open. The right-hand one reveals a passageway that slopes sharply downwards some distance before curving off to the left, while the left hand of these 2 passages travels a short distance forwards and on a slight downward slope before then jutting to the left as well. This one, Corzin has now gone down.
Okay.
Celestia is standing outside both of these at the moment, having not got into either because these passages are sized for halflings, and the only way Celestia is getting through either of them is hands and knees. There are, before I describe what is happening with those, there are also 3 other exits besides the stairs up. On the western wall, there is a larger concealed door, which is again wood reinforced with iron bars. It is currently locked. It is large enough that Celestia could, if it were open, get through stooping, but that doesn't necessarily mean you should use it. You also haven't opened that. There is another of these secure exits to the south. You do not know where it leads, but that one is halfling-sized as well, and it's currently locked and closed. And there is a hole which on the south side, which leads to a small passageway where there is a ladder up to the cesspit exit behind the bar. Corzin has gone down into the left hand of the 2 northern passages.
Yep.
The passageway itself down here is largely brick wall, but there have been these occasional interspaced portions where it's just wood board. As the water level, the beer level, flooded upwards, it started flowing down this little passageway. And Scamp noticed that the beer was actually flowing underneath the wooden wall sections and away into some hidden passageway. And it's about this moment, Corzin, that you heard the not the ticking sound, that you heard the sound coming from behind one of those wooden walls.
Oh, shit.
And at this point, we should really head back to the initiative counter. So you know what? Just to Just to mix things up, I'd actually like the three of you to re-roll your initiative, please.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's fun.
I think that's worse than last
I think
time.
mine's worse.
15.
What's yours?
8.
9. So I win.
Hey.
I'm not sure what mine was last time.
I think mine was like 13 last time, so
So
that's actually
8
worse.
from
yeah.
Scamp, Celestia was 9, and Corzin was 15.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the good news is you've that has popped Corzin up by 2 points. Unfortunately, it's not quite enough to exceed the hissing sound.
Oh, bugger.
So before that happens, Corzin and Scamp and Celestia are far enough outside this that it's not currently an issue. You need to roll for this it'll be a dex save, please.
Okay.
As with a just Corzin, as with a one of the wooden sections beside you blows open with the force of an exploding keg of powder.
And which side is that on?
It's the north side left passageway that Corzin is currently down.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's a 27.
Okay, Corzin, as you hear the hiss, you sprint and you fling yourself back out of the passageway, just as the side of the passageway explodes.
Like sploosh
and-
into the beer.
Yeah, splooch into the beer, quickly holding up your weapons so as not to dampen the powder. And that passageway collapses. You do still take some damage because of the nature of this. So
Physics. But apart from everything else, I think.
yeah. Okay, you take only 5 points of damage from being clipped by a couple of falling bricks.
Yeah, you still have some temporary hit points.
And you're not pinned underneath rubble.
More importantly,
Very important.
However,
Yeah.
that passageway is now sealed off.
bugger. Right.
Brr.
As you look, as the bits of like dust clear, you can see that the bricks have actually fallen down into it and collapsed a bit. You can just make out another second passageway, like through the bricks that have collapsed, where presumably someone set some powder to blow and then ran.
Right, well, that's made that decision then, hasn't it? Ugh.
Okay, this makes it Corzin's go.
Right, okay. So, after making sure all my bits are still intact, basically, I'm going to jump to my feet. There's no one else currently in this room hostile to us, is there?
No, there are 9 very confused people having an argument, and some of them like shooting and hitting each other upstairs. But they are basically
They're upstairs,
out of
aren't they?
this fight for as long
Okay.
as Celestia maintains concentration, and they're still in a state to be involved.
Okay, well, given the internal layout of this place and the fact that both of these passages do kind of curve around in the same direction, I'm going to go around through the other northern passage.
Okay. Do you want to just use your? Okay. Do you want to go as far as you can with your movement first?
Yes. If I can get to
Okay.
the corner with just my basic movement, I'd like to have a look.
You can actually, yeah. You've got enough movement to do that. You sprint down the corridor and peer around the corner.
Yeah.
Just checking something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you actually have. Yeah, that's fine. Peering around the corner, you can see that the passageway at the bottom. Checking this. Curves around to the left and then leads to another sort of secure-looking door. Once again, you can see that the walls here are sort of interspersed between wood panels and brick supports.
Do any of these look like they've been damaged in any way?
Oh, interesting.
Noticing
From the
that
blast,
explosion.
which is from the blast that's come through. The explosion, interestingly, has because this passageway goes down below that other passageway.
Okay.
Apart from like a little bit of cracking in some of the bricks, and you can see there's like a bit of dust that's been shaken loose. This passageway has not been as affected. If you had to take a guess, you'd say that the passageways are probably rigged to collapse without affecting too much of the surrounding substructure.
Right. Okay.
Which, in fact, roll a history check for me.
History. Okay. That is a 10.
10. With a 10 you don't necessarily know a lot, but you do recall from the old sort of stories that the Barnacle Point halflings would tell about the hill halflings, that classical hill clan halflings have been known to just collapse burrows on each other as a defensive tactic.
All right. That being the case, though, can I spend the rest of my action to listen very carefully to see if I hear a hissing noise?
You can roll a perception check. This is without your sight bonus.
Yep, fair. Okay, so just straight perception then.
Yep.
That is a 26.
26. Okay, so focusing on just listening for a moment. You hear creak. You hear creaking. You hear footsteps running, and you are able to. And you just take a moment to like close two of your eyes. The rest stay open.
Yeah.
And listen. By your current estimate, you reckon that you can hear movement both in the room ahead, beyond the end of this door, and around you. If you had to make a guess, you think you can hear at least 6 people in the walls around you. You would guess 2 in a passageway to your right that borders this one. 3 directly above you, and you look up, and you don't even need to turn your head to look up. The eyes on the top of your hat look up, and you can see that there are again like wooden slats that you reckon could be moved above you for people to shoot downwards or otherwise attack downwards from. And you think you can hear between 10 to 12 people in the room beyond. And the shuffling and movement of furniture. It sounds like wooden furniture of some description.
Okay.
Being moved around. You can. I'm just trying to think if there's with the 26, you also spot the murder holes in this passageway.
And I wondered about that.
So you can tell that I'm just going to broadly say that you can tell which of the slats above you can be pulled aside to shoot down from. And you're pretty sure that the third sort of wooden slat to your right is a secret door.
Right.
That can be pulled back to come out and stab from.
Okay, so presumably I could, if I can find the bit that moves, climb up into the ceiling above me or go sideways into like an adjoining passage.
You could. You don't have the ability to dash as a bonus action, do you?
No. So I've reached the end of my movement. In that being the case, though, if I can see the murder hole, can I see if there's anyone on the other side of it?
With the 26, yes, you can. You can peg. I'm going to say that you can peg.
Sorry. Not giggling at the word. Not giggling at pegging at all.
No.
I've never once laughed at pegging.
You can peg 2 people directly above you, because those are the motor holes that are that you just catch like between the cracks in the
Between the cracks.
between the cracks in the wood. You can
So you
just
peg
make
them in
out-
the cracks. Now, is pegging
Yeah,
a bonus action or a full action?
It depends. It depends on whether you have the necessary equipment, equipped or not.
In your inventory.
Well, I imagine probably Corzin probably does in this case. So, what he is going to do then is he's going to use his bonus action.
Corzin has the tools for pegging equipped. It's been said. It's canon.
I mean, he's very heavily armed.
We've got there's the old
I mean, there's the belaying pin if you really want to go there, but
pin.
fucking hell. Okay.
There's the belaying pin. Scamp still has the Corzin-sized midnight blue gimp suit. You could probably bring something together.
It's true. I'm sorry, do you know how many different notes I've seen from stowaways saying, let Corzin get pegged by his wife? You are not helping yourself,
No.
mate.
I seek only to encourage
cannon.
this. Anyway,
Moving swiftly onwards.
right.
So canon. It's anyway.
So what Corzin is going to do is he's going to use his bonus action in order to cast Hunter's Mark on one of the people he can see through the murder hole, and then shoot through the murder hole at them.
You've used your action already.
Oh, I've used my action. Okay,
to
fine.
search.
I'll
But you
just
can
use my
cast
bonus
Hunter's
action
Mark.
then to cast Hunter's Mark.
You look up, narrow your eyes, and you feel the some of the little fish spirits like flit up, and you can just sense the position of the person above you.
It's the thing people forget: murder holes work both ways.
Okay, so the pair of you have seen Corzin slip down there.
Ooh, Corzin can shoot people without looking.
Yes.
That's actually really fun, and I hadn't
Yeah.
considered it, and I
That's
really
so
like
much
it.
fun.
Yeah.
Corzin can actually do the thing where you just fire backwards without turning your head.
Yeah. That's really interesting. Anyway, sorry, please carry on.
Or just stick his hand around a
Yeah,
corner.
we
'cause
talked
he's got
about this.
Eyes on
actually.
his
Like, if
fist.
he's got eyes in the palm of his hand, he can just sort of put
Yeah.
his hand around.
But also, like on his knuckles, you can just stick the gun round the corner.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like this mental image. That's fun.
That's now finished. That's now finished. Okay, Corzin, you hear the people in the next room finish maneuvering, and it sounds like of the 6 people that were in the walls around you, they seem to be just holding ready in some fashion. You can see them get still and wait. They don't seem to have noticed you noticed them. Celestia would be next then.
I have a question, actually.
Yes.
So we're in the cellar. There are those tunnels going backwards.
Yep.
The bar above us.
Yes.
Where is that in relation to where those tunnels are going? Do they go out towards
The
outside,
tunnels seem to be
or
going.
like
The tunnels seem to be going.
are they under the bar?
I would say the tunnels are going downwards, so they are. But you would guess downwards, more in towards the footprint of the building, rather than out towards the street.
Okay. I don't know. My logic is that if they've been trying to collapse tunnels, they literally must have somewhere to go. I want to figure out where it is. Because you don't collapse a tunnel if that's your only way out. Like, there's got to be there's got to be like another way in to where they are.
Ooh.
And I want to figure it out, and I'm trying to like put together how I can do that.
Can you-
Sorry for like just thinking
if you
out
wanna
loud.
That's a
but
very,
yeah.
very
No.
good idea.
If you want to spend a bonus action on this, I will let you make an intelligence check. I mean, a geography check. I don't think you have the
I mean,
skill.
there's only one tunnel into
Nature.
where we know they are because the other one's collapsed. It's really small and Corzin's in it.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm
But
trying
there
to...
are there's 2 doors we don't know where they go.
There are,
Yeah.
yeah. Which I am considering as a thought.
Roll. If you want to use your bonus action for this, I'll let you roll an intelligence check
Yeah, sure.
to just sort of consult your mental map.
That is a 14.
Thinking about the way that that is currently going, if those tunnels are kind of going to the north, and then they're veering to the left, but if they went north again, they could come out on the opposite side of the street, like the fancy street. Kind of like in the area where you saw like the other townhouses, the fancy halfling tailor, and that. So that could be another exit.
It's probably really far, and it's going to take me loads of turns to get to, isn't it?
Your estimate would be, with your full movement, provided you were not, because your full movement, you don't have dash as a bonus action, so it would be just 60 feet per round. It would take you one full turn to double moving. You would take you back up to the top of the stairs, out front, which would, bear in mind, put you in the street where there were a lot of people. It would then...
And they've got snipers on the roofs, don't they?
Yeah.
As you know. You could get to the other side of the street and into one of those buildings, like the tailors or
I don't know which one it is.
But you don't know which one it is. You need a bit more information to know. And then in another movement. So, like, it would cost you... I'll say it would cost you 90 feet of movement to get into the front door of one of those buildings. So you'd be able to do it, like... You'd be in there and still with an action on not this round, but the next round. But you'd kind of have to guess or, like, find some way of figuring out which of those, where that kind of exit was.
Thoughts. How are them confused people sounding?
Still confused. They will continue being... there's enough of them up there, and they are... I'm going to say, there are enough of them up there, and they are low enough level that they don't really collectively have a chance of escaping your confusion unless you drop concentration.
If I dropped it, they'd probably be a problem, wouldn't they? I want to, like, charm someone and ask for information, but I've got concentration up, and I'm struggling.
Charm isn't concentration.
Charm isn't, is it?
It just lasts an hour.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go upstairs and find someone.
Okay. Takes you a movement to get to the top of the stairs, but that's fine. So, but you're not getting out. So you come up.
I'm sure I'm going to cause myself massive problems, but I just...
Do it anyway.
Yeah. I feel like I could waste loads of turns trying to open doors that I can't open and not getting anywhere. And, like, it's also not... This is kind of more me.
So you run up the stairs, and you're greeted by the sight of 9 halflings screaming,
Flailing.
shouting, walking into walls, trying to strangle each other. A couple of them just like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck's going on? Like, confused as shit, what's going on? Your passive perception's a 16.
Yeah.
You can smell brimstone. You can smell the whiff of brimstone up here as well.
What does that mean?
Sulfur. It's...
Demons.
Lux.
Yeah, you've smelt this on Lux when she's. You smelt this on Lux when she took the form that she did back in the Underdark to like go hunting Adrin.
Okay.
You can't see her, but you can smell.
I can tell
brimstone.
she's here.
Yeah. With your 16 passive perception, you can.
Is there anyone not confused?
I'm going to say that there are 2 panicked-looking halflings who nevertheless seem to have their wits around them in this moment. Like they've rolled well enough on their check, so they're not, and they're both within like 20 feet of you.
Charm one of them.
Okay,
I haven't done harm to anyone in front of them, so it should work.
they're like trying to stop their friend from just like smushing, trying to get into a bar fight with like another halfling. It's like, no, come back. Okay, let me just roll a wisdom save for them. No. They seem to blink for a moment as as
I'm
you,
just seeing one of them and
yeah,
not
you just
worrying about
focus
the
and like
other
a
one.
flash of rainbow passes between you, and they all around. Oh, sorry. Can I help you?
Yeah, there's something really bad going on downstairs. I think some sort of tunnel has caved in or something. There's loads of people in
shit.
there. What's the other way in? Do they have another way out?
Okay, one moment. Which answer is, oh shit, which one? It's like 4.
The one oh god.
Left hand north one.
The one on the north wall on the right-hand side has caved in. The others aren't looking great either, so as much information as you could possibly give me, to be honest, would be
you
great.
can't-
Because
I
I
mean, I
think there's
guess
maybe a
that-
load of explosives down there
I
or something.
guess they're... Oh, right, they're probably coming out the tailors then. And that's all you can get in like 6 seconds. Like more than you can get like 6 seconds, I suppose.
You've been generous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like going in... This, you're, I'm
I've
going to
run up
assume
the stairs and cast a
you
spell
run
in
up,
that
cast,
time.
you run
You've
up,
been
cast a
generous.
spell,
Yeah.
you like waffle a bit, and they're like, oh, what's probably the tailors, and they're a bit too confused to give you more information beyond. There's multiple exits, and the tailors is one of them,
Okay.
but it is in the direction that you stated.
Yes. And I'm upstairs now, so
You're
I'm actually
upstairs
slightly
now,
closer
so you
if
can
I
actually
decide
see
to go.
it. Yes, you would now be able to get with a full move, like with a double move. Next turn, if you wanted, you could be through the front door of the Halfling Tailors.
Yeah. I'm also. What do we decide about message stones in a combat situation?
In a combat situation, message stones are a bonus action.
I've used mine. haven't
But
I?
you
Have I
can
used it?
shout as a free. You can shout. You've used a lot of talking. You can shout a short statement down.
I don't know if I want to shout, to be honest.
Then it's
I'll
bonus
say
action on
something
your
next
next
turn. Yeah.
Cool. All right. That makes it. That makes. Okay, they move into position. A thing happens. Cool. Scamp.
Oh boy. Okay. Have I heard movement anywhere? Do I have any idea if any of these doors might have people behind them at this point?
With your passive perception,
not.
no, you haven't.
Nah.
You'd need to like really look and focus on that one.
Okay. Well, I'm getting bored of all these doors being shut. It's annoying. I'm going to open one of the doors. Which one do I want? Let's go for the west wall.
Okay,
That's the one that there's nothing else on the west wall. It's just one door.
it's
isn't it?
one wall, one door. Yep.
Yes. I will cast knock. Because
Yep,
I'm not
that
messing around
does
looking
it.
for things.
Bang.
I don't have a high enough intelligence for this.
Yeah, you just grasp the the jade amulet, focus, and with a loud, a series of locks just spin open. You hear things crack away. I'm having.
Enough of that nonsense.
Yep. Could I ask you for? Let me just check this to see what the other effects of knock are. It clocks open. It becomes unlocked, unstocked, and unstuck and unbarred. Cool. And it does it correctly, so nothing else happens. Awesome. The door swings open, revealing a corridor that veers in a little L shape, direct forward and then to the left, and you can just see another securely locked door beyond it, or securely secure looking door. Yeah.
What are the walls made of?
The walls... Good question. The walls on this little L shape are made entirely of brick. This... Can I ask you to roll a perception... at your choice, perception or investigation, please?
Yeah. Oh, that's a whole 11.
Cool. As far as you can tell then, the roof is also a little brick arch.
Okay. And Corzin's down the other one, isn't
Yep.
it?
Corzin's gone down the right-hand northern wall.
Well, this is a pickle. Because my instinct's just to throw a fireball down and see what happens. Because this is very irritating.
I mean, if you want to quicken yourself a fireball...
I mean, I'm very tempted. I'm going to take a few steps back because I didn't need to get near the door.
No, you don't. You step right back.
60 foot. And I'm going to try and angle it so it goes round the corner slightly if I can.
Cool. Yeah, I'll say you can do that.
And how much is it to quicken? It is 2 sorcery points. That's not expensive. Lovely.
Okay.
I'll just do 3rd level.
All right. So first of all, just roll the damage.
Oh, I've not gotten my dice out properly this as well. It's such a mess, so we'll just use the D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
3rd level fireball. It's not as satisfying, but it is quick. 25.
Okay,
not
25.
best.
That's still a reasonable amount. Now, and that is a number which is important because parts of this door are actually made of wood as well. So the first thing that happens is with a blinding flash of light, you immolate the door, and it's actually enough to blast open. It doesn't entirely blast the door off its hinges, actually, with a 25, because these are reinforced. But it breaks open. It burns through portions of the wood. You see it bend with a squeal on its hinges, so that and you can just see a bit of the room beyond. It looks like another kind of arched room with some degree of light. You think you can see lanterns beyond lighting things. You hear at least a little. You hear someone go "Strength!" At the sound of it from beyond. You also hear a crackling, burning sound. As from the roof, from the arch, like the brick archway, just over the that L-shaped corridor, burning oil just starts dripping and raining through tiny holes you didn't see in the brick.
No!
So there is now a small rainfall of burning oil that is going on in that particular through that L-shaped corridor. Also, you have killed one more halfling.
Corzin, I opened the door for you.
And roll 2d100, please.
Oh no!
Because tides are now not active again.
Okay.
So this is going to be
42 and 93.
okay. So this is okay, and this is going to affect. Okay, 42 and 93 is. So we're going for a little bit of fun. We're going to Table Fables today.
Okay.
So
Exciting, because I have no idea what these are.
Yep. You feel as if you feel as if something is going to. Something could affect you. Something that could. You feel as if something could affect your eyes, or 93 was it?
Yep.
Fucking hell, that's brutal. Or you feel as if you could choose someone within the next. You could choose someone within the next 60 seconds, so within the next 10 rounds, and something very unfortunate would befall them.
Does the eyes thing feel like a good thing?
It feels like it doesn't necessarily. It feels like it's a bad thing for someone, but you're not sure who.
Oh God.
So we got something to do with eyes that's bad for someone.
It will do something to your eyes that is bad for someone, or you can pick one person in the next minute that something bad will happen to them.
Okay. I mean, for some reason, I've decided that the first one means I can turn someone into a nudie stone woman. I don't know why that's what I'm assuming it is. It seems highly unlikely that that's what's written in the book.
Wouldn't it be good if it was?
but the other one sounds like it's more concrete, so I might go for that.
Excellent.
Okay. You feel possibilities coalesce within you. There is a curse brimming in your soul that you can place.
Uh-oh.
Excellent.
Does it feel similar to the feeling after all those sandwiches in the last...
It feels like cutting.
Oh no, this is
God.
awful.
Table Fables. Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Table Fables
Oh,
has
well.
0 chill, does it?
If you have
what do
table
I have to do
fables,
to
this is page
activate
17.
this?
You just need
Is it an action?
this is an action. You pick one person within the next 10 rounds.
Okay, and it's just within sight. There's no
Within
specific
sight.
range.
I'm going to say like within.
Shame
within
it's not a reaction.
I'm going to say within 120 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. So like you can't just like telescope someone with this.
120 meters would be a plot twist. I have no idea how to calculate that in D&D.
Nope, none.
Roughly times 3, but it's like it's more than that. And, yeah.
Oh god.
Okay, so you have the cutting.
Something.
Please note that you have the cutting curse. You have to use it within 10 rounds.
Cool.
In fact, just so that I'm going to mark this down. You have the barber's curse.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Just a little off the top.
Yeah, anyone who's familiar with the I forget the name what it was. It's from the same author who wrote Worm and Twig. It was their second novel. If you've ever read that and you know what the barber is, you have maybe a sense of what this curse does. So
You know none of us at the table have.
I know that's why I picked it.
But now I want to.
Oh, it's good, and I really wish I could remember Pact. That's it. It's called Pact. It's a web serial. Okay, so more of Jason's web novels, web novel library notwithstanding, however, that is your action, that is your bonus action, and you've moved back a bit. Do you want to move forward? You move back a bit, you could probably move back into the centre of the room if you wanted. Otherwise, I'll leave you at the edge.
I want to sort of... I'd like to be against a more solid wall.
Cool.
But like not within easy sight of the doors.
All right, you move. Well, it's tricky because there's doors all around.
Yeah.
You move to the nearest wall so that you got your back against one that you're reasonably sure is solid. Okay.
One of the ones I exploded a bit.
One of the ones that
I
used to
know
have
it's
some kegs on.
unlikely to
Yeah.
be fake.
That's fine. Okay, so having done that, let's move to the top of the round.
Yeah.
Okay, that is in position. They move into position with that. Got it. All right, that brings us to Corzin again.
Okay. Right, well, I'm going to shoot through the murder hole at the person that I can see.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, first one. That is a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that... Oh, mind you, though. Let me just check, because they do have... They got murder hole defenses. That just misses. You're pretty sure you got the target, but it actually hits the woodwork, and with a split, the bullet splinters off it.
Okay, second click of the pepper box, then trying that again. Okay, that's going to be a 27 to hit.
That does hit. Roll damage.
Yeah, okay. Right, here we go. Oh, rubbish damage. Okay, that is 8 percussive with a further 3 for Hunter's Mark.
Okay, 11 damage.
Yeah.
Done. They are going to release their held action as well.
Okay.
So they don't get the advantage because you've spotted them, but they're still going to make a shot at you.
Yeah.
So at this moment, then Okay, that's sorry, I'm just checking where my notes on this one is. They do with a plus. Yeah, that's fine. 23 is going to hit you. You hear the crack. You see them. You hear a sort of fuck from above as you shoot them, and the barrel of a carbine. Of a rifled carbine shoves through the murder hole and fires down. You spin to the side as the bullet clips you. Because of the range, you only take because they didn't manage to get you by surprise. You don't take as much damage as that could deal, but you do still take 14 points of percussive.
Okay.
The good news is they can't. They don't then immediately move. They're in the action on because it was held, and they
Can
can't
I
go
use my
until they
movement action that I still have this round to position myself so it would be difficult for them to fire back at me?
Yeah. The ways you can do that are either running back up the passageway, or basically running back up the passageway, unless you can get the far door open, because that position is designed so that they can shoot down anyone who's like next to the door or near, or like within say 10-15 feet of it.
Okay, so what would a sane person do right now? Do the opposite. How far away from me is the door at the far end of the corridor?
At this point, it's like 5-10 feet from you.
Oh yeah, boom, there.
Okay, you are at the door. You're still in range, but you're at the door. You still have your bonus action, I think.
No, I used the bonus action to cast Sun's. Oh wait, no, hang on, that was
last turn.
That was last turn.
Oh, in which case then, ooh.
And you have shot twice this round, so you can attack again.
All right. How broad is this murder hole?
It's meant to be concealed, so there's it is not wide. It's just enough. It's just enough that it's kind of long and narrow. So the idea is that you can put a barrel through it and just about see your target, and you've got a bit of give, so you can pick who you're so that you can shoot in a bit of an arc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it bomb-sized?
Oh, the problem is that it's...
I'd have to cook the fuse, wouldn't I, to get it to explode at exactly the right moment. If it's
you would, but
tube.
that's fine. I'm just thinking about this. Would they have used bombs? You know what? That one isn't. But you can see it with your fucking 20 passive perception. You can see the small bomb-sized hatch directly above you that's basically painted cloth in the wooden support above, where they would drop a bomb down on you.
Right, okay.
So you can hoist it up. You can huff it up through that.
Yep. Open the thing.
Excellent.
Okay, roll your 3d6 bomb damage, please. The roll safe for that.
Okay, that is 8 save of DC of 12, save for half.
Okay, 8 damage, got it. Okay, you hear swearing, and you actually see a portion of the wooden supports above blow out. Not enough to collapse the tunnel above, but you do actually get it is enough to blow open a bit of the murder hole, so that you can see there is another passageway directly above it with felt-lined flooring, so that someone can sneak above without their footprints coming through.
Okay,
And
so can I see the guys above me?
Yes, you can, and you can see the bald mustachioed barman who shot at Scamp previously.
Okay, as this happens, I just go boom.
And yeah, he's hunter's marked, so you still see him.
Yep.
He managed to hit you though, so can I ask for a concentration check?
Ah, yes, true, of course.
Yes.
That is a... Ooh, that's a 10.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
enough to hold it. You still got Hunter's Mark on him then. Okay, Mustachioed Barman actually goes next. So the first thing you see him do is, honestly with that, he is going to pull a small amber-coloured potion from his waistcoat pocket, knock it back to recover 7 hit points, and is actually going to scramble over the hole as he uses his action to hide. So let's see whether he can against your fucking passive. Okay, honestly, Corzin, it really helps that you've got that you have this magical tracking of him.
Yeah.
Because you sense, although although he vanishes from your sight, you can hear him moving down the corridor, and you feel him slip down a passage, or like a drop into whatever room is behind the blockaded door.
Right, good to know. Is that leaving the other one just where he was?
The other one is left where he was for the moment. Yeah. We'll see what they do on their turn.
Cool.
Because they... Oh, actually, sorry. They're going to use their actions because I realised I left them in held actions triggered by him. So the next so what happens is the one who's up above and the couple in the corners are going to open up little slats and roll a handful of small lit bombs into the corridor. Roll a dex save, please.
Okay. That's going to be a 26.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine.
If the door opens, you're like, no, that's not my turn.
Ooh, if you're right next to the door, though, is the door taking damage?
The door does take a bit of damage, so the door will take full damage from this, but they rolled really shittily, so that's 6
well, yay. But...
The door takes 6 damage, you take 3 as you just dive out of the way from the little bits of shrapnel. Yeah, and the bits they open are like the full door. They're literally just opening small, like the murder hole, like the bomb-sized murder hole you threw the bomb through. There's like a little one. There's 2
that worked.
There's 2 little ones like in the sides of the walls that like slide up and they shunt them through. Okay, so that's that's their turn. Well, it's not their turn, but that's their held action. Celestia and Corzin hear the sound of some sort of noise. Corzin, it sounds like it's coming from somewhere in the broad direction of these hidden, of like the whatever room is beyond. Celestia, you hear it coming from one of the further into the building, like into like in one of the bits behind the bar, like maybe like a function room or something that you haven't been to, or behind the bar somewhere in the back rooms.
Okay.
Scamp, you're not well positioned to hear it.
I hear nothing.
You're not well positioned to hear it, and your passive perception is terrible.
Yeah.
Never again.
That is their turnover. Oh yeah, the minions will do now. The 3 minions in the wall and the one above are just run. Corzin, you actually hear them scurry out of this passageway. They're abandoning it now that you've seen them.
Okay.
It sounds like they're running into the chamber beyond. Scamp, you see some more minions through the half-destroyed door that you blew partially open, scrambling behind what look like some elaborate bits, some very nice bits of like furniture, like basically Chesterfields, around what you think might be like. You think you can see some water or something. Again, the partially destroyed door makes it hard to see what exactly is beyond. Okay, that brings us to Celestia.
That's nice. I have no idea what to do. So in the function room, I've just heard something.
You've heard something coming from what you think is one of the function rooms, like a sort of crunching, blasting sound.
Just heard of my charm friend. What's that? Do you know?
No idea!
What's in there? Any information?
He thinks for a moment. I think it might be over the pool, but beyond that,
What is the pool?
we've got an underground pool.
Why?
Swimming. It's nice.
You have an underground pool. That's so weird.
It's a pub or a leisure centre.
Does the pool go to any of the secret tunnels?
Oh yeah, the pool will go. One moment.
Cracking.
Let me just see where the pool comes out. Oh yeah, the pool comes out in the furniture store. When you think back, there is on the rough side of the street, opposite, there was a furniture shop that you noticed. So this now marks the third secret exit out of this place that you know about. You said, show me when he uses his secret exit, and I rolled for which one?
Just rolled. Can I get to the pool without going down to the cellar? And not across the street. Can I get in from the function room? Is that a thing I can do?
You'd have to blow a hole in the floor.
Right. Do that, potentially.
I think at this point you've solidly used your talking and probably your bonus action interrogating
you've
this
been very generous. That's fair.
halfling. So I'm going to assume that if you're saying things, you're saying them while running and doing other things.
Oh, I'm definitely. I've dragged him with me somewhere.
Yeah, he's coming with you.
Yeah. No, whatever I'm doing next, you can assume that I have a random ass halfling with me. I will take
He's
that.
charmed.
Back.
He's happy with this.
Yeah, I've just grabbed him. I'm just like, come on. Oh god. How are the confused people? How much of a problem are they going to be if they're not confused?
I mean, I'll just roll. I'm just going to roll kind of and see how
Really
intact
struggling
they
to
are.
make any plans with this concentration up.
Okay, 2.
I know the problem.
Okay, they have, at this point, I'm going to say that they're actually not doing too bad. About half of them have basically subdued the other half by beating the shit out of them. It was essentially been an uncontrolled bar brawl. The other half are either like raging against each other, burbling, wandering into the street, or otherwise confused. So I'm going to say, for the purposes of this, 5 of your 9 halflings up here are now out of commission.
Right.
So there's 4 halflings left up here. Who actually no, there's 3 because one of them is with you.
One of them's my mate. Yeah.
One of them is your mate. My name's Monty.
Oh, lovely to meet you. That's,
we can't kill him now.
Oh, no,
He's got a name.
That's the name of my friend who gave me the skinless horse as well.
Aww.
So, in real life, that's probably why that name's in your head.
Good halfling name as well.
It is, yeah. Skinless horse friend is 6'3", so trying to picture him as a halfling really isn't working for me, if I'm honest.
Personality-wise, though, it's pretty good halfling.
Yeah.
Oh, don't know. I don't know. Fancy elf for sure. But oh god, I don't know what to do. I have no idea what to do.
You're basically.
I mean, you could put a hole in the floor.
I am tempted, but like how? I don't have any hole in the floor
you
spells.
could wander. Like, I mean, yeah.
Have you got any bombs?
No, I usually nick them off Corzin. How much damage would destructive wave do to a floor?
If your options are You're right. You want to do it to radiant. You want to set it to radiant and thunder, because necrotic doesn't really
needs to be
harm
alive,
furniture, furnishings. If it depends how thick the floor is, but like you can kind of like will it to hit the floor and carve through it, and if it does enough damage, that will break a hole in the floor.
It would be easier to see everyone if there was a hole in the floor.
I mean, yeah, with the width of destructive wave, like you could actually, I would allow you to make a wide borehole in the floor.
But it would also be less easy for them to run away if all the buildings on the other side of the street were on fire. So you can see I'm torn. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, Lux might be blowing shit up. I'm kind of hopeful, because Lux has explosives.
Yeah.
I know, Lux actually has explosives.
Come to think of it, that did sound like at least one of those was a bomb going off. Oh, right.
Lux is causing problems.
Like a keg of powder.
I hope so. Did it sound big enough to be a keg?
The first was like... and then you heard a... So actually, that's a good point. Scamp, thinking about this, you would actually have heard the crumbling sound, and you would probably have heard more... Fuck! Regent, Tuds, what's going on? From the kind of like room with water that you can just about see.
Okay.
All of the trains is probably sky high right now.
Flying toilet in slow motion through the air. Little moon on the door flapping. I'm sorry I'm taking so long to do my turn. I really don't know what to do.
It's okay, that's fine.
Just wish that the confused people would not fuck you up if I let them go.
Well, there's three
I
of
mean,
them
this-
left, so...
There's 3 left.
Yeah, destructive wave. How many people does it target? What's the range?
anyone within 30 feet.
Yeah, I think so. Let me check.
Can you hit the floor and some of the people?
Can I do that, actually?
It's a 30-foot radius, right?
30-foot radius from me.
Yeah, honestly, like you probably
Bar's not that big, is it?
Bar's not that big. If you can get the door, if you get over to the function room and open the door, you can probably do that.
Monty, darling.
Hi.
Hide behind something, or we're not going to be friends anymore.
Oh, okay. He leaps over the bar and hides behind it.
I grab my guitar out. Just whack it on the floor.
So I need to check before you're prepping to do that. So you go to the function room door and open it.
Yes.
Okay, you go to the function room door, you open it, and you see the ruined mess of a function room with a hole in the floor.
Oh, my decision might have gone easier.
That would have been,
And
yeah.
you just see you just catch a figure with bright red hair, a red and black coat with thorns pricking out of it, dropping down into the hole. It's just at the moment she goes down into it, and you hear some exclamations from below.
Ooh, I mean, my entire decision might be different depending on what I can see in this hole.
So scrambling up to the hole, Monty's gotten hidden behind a bar. The bar
I told him I was going to let something off, so that's what's happened.
Monty's run behind the bar. You scramble down, and you hear the sound of. Let's see. What do you see? So honestly, you come to the edge of the hole. I need you to roll a perception check at this point.
Oh, that's rubbish. Boo! That's a 13. I hate everyone.
Okay. You catch sight
dice doesn't like
of
this,
3 halflings scrambling away from the edge of a very nice sort of marble tiling lined underground swimming pool. As something splashes into it from above. You can see that they are armed, they got carbines, they're scrabbling away from whatever the hell just blew a hole in the ceiling and leapt down after it.
Cool.
There may or may not be more in there, but you can't see because of the angle you can get to it.
How far are they from me?
Oh, definitely within 30 feet.
Bang! I'm going to do
Okay.
a destructive wave. And hope that I can get some people, if I can make it work so I can get anyone upstairs, great. If I can't,
I'll say you
don't
can.
worry.
You can hit everyone upstairs. Do you want to hit Monty?
I feel so mean. You've
No,
named
leave
him Monty, and I
Monty.
feel like a dick.
Cool.
You've got to save Monty!
I think Celestia, in a moment of panic, has probably got a little attached. And also, it's actually quite helpful to have someone charmed so I can ask him things. So if there's a way I can not get him, I won't. But if it's impossible,
Don't you get
I'll
to
just get him.
choose? You can choose if people are affected.
Yeah,
can't
you can.
choose.
Yeah, this is why I'm asking, who are you targeting? And what
How
are
does charm work? If I harm his allies, is he immediately not charmed anyway?
we've come to this before.
I can't remember.
I don't
Give me a
think
minute.
so if you harm his allies.
I think it's specifically
You or your
him.
companions do anything harmful to it.
Yeah, it's you or your companions do harmful to them.
Yeah, this is a random ass halfling. I'm going to leave him alone and keep him charmed.
Yep, that seems to be you can harm his friends and all.
I'll
and
be
he'll
able to ask
justify
him
it.
weird questions still.
You can harm his friends and he'll justify it. So
Yeah.
so
Are you targeting Lux?
No, I don't want to target Lux.
with a then as you bring
I'm
out
quite
the
thankful
guitar,
to her at this moment because she's blown a hole in the floor where I really
Yeah.
wanted there to be one, so she gets a pass.
there is
Do
a
you want me to keep track of Lux's hit points, Jason?
please do.
Because I have the stats. If you let me know when she takes damage.
Yeah, actually, I'm also keeping track of them.
But
so
no,
you don't
I'm
need to
not
worry about it.
targeting Lux with this spell.
Cool. With a
Rainbow cracks.
rainbow crack spread through the air. Are you still targeting the ground as well?
Yes.
Okay, so rainbow cracks lance through three halflings who are still conscious up in the bar. They're down. Holes appear inside them. They just slump to the ground.
I mean, I don't have to concentrate.
Ooh.
So you don't need to concentrate anymore. You
Really
also
struggling.
hit three of the halflings.
Nightmare at it.
Yeah.
You hit three of the halflings in the pool as well. They are their heads explode, arms fly off. They are done as they are just parts of them are just disintegrated by the blast. It also cracks through the flooring all around as a much less controlled demolition takes place. I need you to roll me a luck check, please.
Okay. Do you want damage?
Yes, please.
Which would you like first for your brain? I'm happy either way.
Same either way for this. Just give me the total. It doesn't. Damage first, please.
Yeah. Big numbers first, then little numbers.
Big numbers first, please.
So this one is radiant. So
Yep.
that is 11, 16, 17, 18 radiant.
Cool.
And 12, 15, 17 thunder.
Yep, that's the magic number. Cool. Yeah. Okay, 35. That is the magic number. So that is enough to go through the structures, through the structural pillars around you.
Good.
As with
Fucking
Around you.
as the cracks of radiance break through stone and brick and wood and supporting pillars. You watch as the small hole that Lux made and then blasted clear crumbles outwards as pieces of brick, timber, and plaster it's less like they're being blown up and more like they're just being cut or broken apart by some sort of mad, scissor type figure. And the entire floor crumbles down, exposing the swimming pool area below. You can see that behind the swimming pool area, there are actually an additional 9 halflings here now who are hiding behind pieces of furniture, having scrambled there with weapons, very surprised by the intrusion of both a door blasting open and then the ceiling coming in. They take cover from the raining plaster and collapse. But as I said, I need a luck check from you, please.
Check. Oh yeah, no, I deserve one, definitely. 7. Goodbye.
With a creaking sound, one of the walls to your left starts to sink inwards. the ceiling starts to slide. I need a dex save from... one... Not Corzin, please.
Okay.
But I need a dex save.
Yeah.
12.
I'm gonna use tides.
Okay.
That's a 17.
Is 12 enough?
Okay, 17 is enough.
I
Right.
mean 12 is enough.
So, Celestia, you dive on an instinct down and into the pool because it looks like a safe landing. You
Oh, you know she does like a dramatic, like...
yeah.
Swan dive!
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do. It's great. The pool absolutely arrests your momentum
not
as you
deep though, is it?
splash down into it. It's not that deep, but like it's enough to arrest the fall. What it's not enough to arrest is the collapse of masonry above as the entire building just goes cockeyed.
Oh, I wanted the pub down so bad. I will take damage for that.
Sections of masonry collapse, and the way that it falls, Scamp, you hear the creaking above you, and you just break into a run. And sprinting, launch yourself up, just purely an instinct. You run, barreling, like, hands over your head, like, arms to protect you, through the raining oil fire, and break through the door as it's through the half-blasted fireball door as its frame collapses, because the cellar roof just comes in completely.
Whoops.
The entire cellar is under the section of the half of the building which just crunches downwards. A portion of the ceiling and the plasterwork falls down and hits you, Celestia, as you are in the pool, pinning you under the water.
Oh god, I have so many problems. How many damage do I take?
So you start by taking... It's not that bad comparatively. You
No,
take
but, like,
15 points of
pinned,
damage.
yeah.
But
Oh,
you,
you say that's not that bad. You don't know how many hit points I have right now.
but
It's
you
not
are
many.
now pinned underneath the water. I mean, I'm just going to roll a percentage for these ones. Okay, they're lucky. Only an additional 3 halflings for them are crushed under falling masonry as they scramble to escape the sky coming in.
How many are left? Or do we not know?
That you can see or know about 5 in the pool. There's also an unknown. Okay, Lux makes her save. She does still take 7 halved to 3 because it's not magical or silver damage from the collapsing bits of plasterwork.
I know I've just fucked us, but I'm actually really glad that the pub is collapsing. It's so
Yep.
nice.
Oh yeah.
I have fucked us there.
I
and
need
am
you to
sorry.
roll the d20 for me, please.
Ooh, why? 9.
You hear a strangled, cut-off scream. You do not know Monty's fate.
No.
Maybe Monty got somewhere safe. Maybe he didn't. Depends what Monty was hiding under at the moment the building came down.
Oh no.
One of the panel of judges only gives you a 4 for the dive.
So
I messed up everything.
Scamp, you are now running as the entire scene collapses behind you in a very cinematic fashion. From the fire damage and from the bits of plaster and a bit of broken beam which clumps your shoulder as you come through, you take 7 damage total. Corzin, you are not crushed at all, but you do hear the crunching and collapse from above as the blast of like wind and air knocks out the lantern in your corridor, making it dark. But that's not a problem for you. But also, you just with the cellar gone, you hear the sound of the cellar just vanishing, and therefore also your way out. Your only paths now are either through the locked and secured door, or indeed up and over through the tunnel that you've exposed above. It's not your turn though,
Right.
So we'll
Up
come
and
back.
over is where the mustachioed bloke went, wasn't it?
Yeah, where the mustachioed bloke went. You can still sense him in the
Yep,
room
okay.
beyond.
I was going to clarify that. Cool.
Okay, well I think that is solidly Celestia's go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you for your patience. I know it took me ages to figure out what I was doing.
No, it was worth it. It was worth it.
Genau. Yeah, I think they're abandoning that room. You hear a woman. I'd say that Celestia, you don't hear anything. You're underwater. Mm-hmm. Your ears are full. You're pinned to the ground. You're pinned to the bottom of the pool. Scamp, you coughing as you're picking yourself up off the ground in front of the now total door, the area crashing behind you. You hear a woman's voice call out, "Fuck it! Fire up! Anything you can." Actually, no, she would be more focused on that. She actually needs to make a perception check with disadvantage because Scamp, even passively, has that cloak. Okay, it's enough. They just fuck! Right, move for the exits. Move for the exits. Wait, there's someone over the door, by the door. Shout!
No, there isn't.
You hear the clacking of muskets as a blind fire shot is made in your direction, Scamp.
Balls.
It's the special ability of the lieutenant to trigger a free barrage. So roll with advantage because as you were picking yourself up, this room was lit from before by lanterns. The lanterns are gone. The roof is gone. There is broken rubble above, and this entire pool area is now filled with a cloud of dust and debris. Visibility is shot. You can barely see what's going on, but you can make out the hazy figures taking pot shots in your general direction. So dex save with advantage, please.
Okay. Oh dear, that's a 10.
Let me just check the DC on it's being led. So no, bending fate wouldn't affect this. Okay.
I can't add to my own roll.
Oh, you can't, can you? That's not something you get at a
it's
higher
like
level, is it?
inspiration. You can't
Yeah.
give it to yourself.
Can't give it to yourself. Cool. All right. So let's just. Okay. In which case, you're going to take some barrage damage then. So that is 12, 16. Sorry, 12, 14. No, 12, 16. 25. You take 27 points of percussive.
Oh, owie. Okay.
As a series.
Still up.
Yeah.
A series of blasts and cracks rip through the air. You feel you feel shot strike against your leg. One ping off a rib with a crack. It's not great. You're not entirely sure if they know where you are exactly, but they don't need to. They can fire in your general direction. You just catch sight of the woman who gives the order, a woman with bright, wild red hair, who you've seen in the bar previously. You would guess this is one of Copper Kettle's lieutenants.
Okay.
Top of the round. End of the round. It's you. I need please take a free perception check just to see what you can actually see in all of this.
8.
Not a lot. You see shadowy figures like running in the direction of the walls, but like half blindly. The Redhead Woman you do see make it to a wall, do something. You hear a sort of sound, and something else go through, and someone go through. But beyond that, peering through the mist, you can make out the edge of the pool. You're near it. The pool is just covered in dirt and debris. You can hear creak, and it's hard to tell more than that. You think you can see debris fallen into it, but you can't tell what. And up above, you can hear muffled sounds of screaming and shouting as the Cardigan townhouse is in the process of just going on a full structural collapse.
Do I see Celestia?
With an 8, you don't.
So I didn't see her fall through the ceiling.
You didn't see her fall through the ceiling. You did. I'm going to say that you did catch a bright flash of rainbow energy from in the direction of that the pool room shortly before the sky fell in.
That would also sound different. It wouldn't have sounded like one of the explosions. It would have sounded like loud guitar.
Yeah, so you would have heard loud guitar from this general direction.
And I mean, it's thunder damage, which is usually pretty
This is true,
audible,
yeah. So you definitely know Celestia was in this broad direction and above.
But I don't know she's in the pool.
You don't know she's in the pool. You'd need to spend an action to look.
And there's no reason I'd look in the pool. And my
No.
modifier's so bad, the odds of me finding her are pretty slim. Oh, who can I see at this point?
You can see, you can make out about 5 shadowy figures scrambling towards the walls. There is rubble and at least one figure that you can make out in the pool because they seem to be in the process of like thrashing or getting up. Right now it's hard to make out beyond there. You didn't get a good look at this room before all the visibility changed.
Yeah. So I can't see the lieutenant at the moment.
You can see the place where she went, where she disappeared. You did see what section of wall she went to before she went out of your line of sight.
Oh, this complicates things because everything I was going to do was to do with knowing Celestia was there, but that's not going to happen now. But also, I know she's in the room,
you know
so
that
I can't
Celestia
leave.
is around somewhere. You could probably,
I just need to rethink what I'm doing.
I'm not going to prompt you.
Because my plan was to leave this room. This room is pointless now, except I can't because Celestia's here.
Also, the way back, that as far as you know, has collapsed.
Oh, I wasn't going to use the way back. I was teleporting. I was going straight to wherever Corzin was. Because I know where he is. Because I don't have to see it. Dimension Door is a location within range.
Yeah.
So I was going to go to that next room.
You remember
but
where
I
that
can't
was.
leave Celestia.
Does the message stones work underwater?
Yes. Because if you've got some breath in your mouth, you can suffocate still. And kind of like.
I mean, I'll spend the bonus action, even though I was hoping to save it to hurt someone, but I don't know what I'm doing. And just message, Corzin, Celestia, where are you? What's going on?
I think I don't know if we've ever officially established it, but like you can do one reply for free.
Okay.
Pinned underwater. I think that's probably what I'd be able to get out.
Yep. And it's a little bit because
it sounds iffy as well.
Yeah,
it sounds
because Celestia's
iffy
trying
when
to
I'm able
hold
to
their
actually
breath. Hold her
do. Yeah.
breath.
I suppose I'll jump in the pool then, because
Okay.
like,
Yeah, you
sod it.
You jump into the pool. In the pool, thanks to your dark vision doesn't help with blur with like particulate matter in the way, but you get close enough that you can now see 2 figures down here. One, you can see the hair billowing in the like confusion and like mixture of what you recognize as Lux's barbed form, in sort of black and red with you notice glowing purple ringed eyes, and you can also see like within like 5 feet of her, pinned under a large piece of rubble, Celestia is struggling against the floor.
Oh, well, that's not good. I will grab Celestia then. I'll do my plan, and I won't have a bonus action to do anything fun when I get there. But I'll take us both to that room that Corzin was heading towards.
Excellent.
Into the room, or to where Corzin is in the
location. You arrive at the exact spot desired. One I can visualize. I don't have to have actually seen it, so I'll go in the room.
All right.
Because I don't think those tunnels are really gonna suit the pair of us.
You have not seen the exact position of that room because although you know broadly where it goes, you can hear Corzin. So I need an intelligence check from you to get you to pinpoint this one, please.
Oh dear. Oh, 16.
Nice.
Yes, trans dice, you did well.
Okay, with a 16, you see Lux raise a hand, and then you just clap out of existence.
I give Lux a thumbs up.
Okay, but there's.
I don't know what I mean to indicate by that.
Yeah.
I have the weirdest 10 seconds, don't I?
Yeah, but the good news is you
do.
don't need to struggle against drowning.
Oh, I'm really happy, but thank you.
But yeah, you go from like pinned under to scrambling through the message stone as Scamp plunges into the water, grabs you, and you feel the pressure on and all around you suddenly lift as, sopping wet, the pair of you come into existence in the middle of a very different room. So, both of you... I'm just going to put a little X next to that fucking room as well. That's done. That's done. And find yourselves in a arched brick room. It kind of looks almost like those old-fashioned underground stations before they had the huge circular drills where they had to like just tunnel everything out by hand.
Right.
It's got strong brick supporting archways all around.
Like the Southwark Playhouse used to be.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that theatre.
And you can see that this room has a large central table which is covered in maps and papers. There are maps tacked to the walls of the city, of the surrounds, of everything. Some of them do indeed have thumbtacks and string. And little notes attached. There are cabinets in here for places where this seems to be an area where files are kept. You can furthermore see... Okay, so you can see a large... a reinforced door, which with that 16 of intelligence, you think Corzin is behind. Based on, and you can see that it has a kind of wheel hatch that can be used to easily open or shut it from this side. You can see that there is a currently open hatch. There is a currently open concealed doorway, which I'm going to say is to. So if that is right, that door is to the east. Is what I'm going to call the Corzin door. To the
where's my pen? I need to update my diagram.
To the south, you can see a wood panel has slid aside in the wall, and the lieutenant with the bright red hair, covered in dust, is stumbling out because that was her escape route that she's just come down. You can see that there is another reinforced looking door to the north, and a further heavy reinforced-looking door to the west. So Corzin is from the east. You appear on the table in the middle of the room, scattering the maps, drenching the table with water that has come with you, as just like about a centimetre of water around your every skin. All of your skin and hair just travels with you and splashes to the ground.
Several lungfuls of water are coughed up, I would imagine.
And there's also about a dozen halflings in here. You can see that above the doorway leading outwards, there is leading to where Corzin is. There is a hatch which has been pulled open, and the bald, mustachioed halfling has come out, has just dropped out of it as well, and is in the process of reloading his rifle. When everyone looks up at the pair that just broke all the laws of physics they know of and fucking appeared out of the middle of nowhere.
Ta-da!
Do I hear that outside?
Surprise, bitch!
With your hearing, yes, you do.
Okay.
You just hear the splash from beyond and ta-da, very weakly.
You know I do an actual pose when Scamp says ta-da.
Oh, yeah.
You weakly pose.
I flick my head back and there's this wet slap of hair just go.
Oh yeah, you've got the full Celestia.
Where's Jeffrey?
Oh god, where is Jeffrey?
Roll a d20.
Oh no! 18.
Jeffrey splashes to the ground. Splashes wetly out of Celestia's backpack.
Ha!
Were you in there the whole time? Fuck.
Maybe you should stay in there, Jeffrey.
I'm just going to roll a separate one for this. Okay, Marjorie Marjorie, Corzin, you look round and you hear as scurrying out from the rubble of the cellar down to where you are, Marjorie's little prairie dog form scrambles down and just
Burrowing speed. It's coming handy.
And scrambles up and just crawls into one of your pockets.
All right. There's something you don't see every day.
Marjorie's with you.
Right, cool.
Okay, this has really made this one an interesting one.
Interestingly, finding out where they were coming in from was what I was aiming for, but this is not how I saw getting there. This is what I wanted to do, but this is not how I pictured it happening. Thank you for getting me out of the water, though. I'm very excited that I'd have to spend at least a turn dealing with that.
Yeah, pick a blanket was probably worth doing.
Yeah, you're a babe.
I mean, we're probably going to be shot unconscious within the next second, but...
Depends how quickly you can get the door open.
You hear a shout, top of the round, you hear a shout from somewhere going, "Fuck! How the fuck did I get in there? Get everyone! Encircle them!" And you hear footsteps scrabbling from somewhere up above. It sounds like the voice is coming through pipes or something.
Okay.
Into the room. Corzin, you hear it
I need
much.
to find that bugger.
You hear it much more faintly, but it is coming through. Okay, well, what they had set up just doesn't work. Yeah, there was a thing that some people had set up secretly, and that is just not happening. That has been destroyed.
Whoops.
So that was that doesn't happen. Okay, Warastash is next. He can't really. He can't really exactly snipe you from where he is. So he is. You see him scramble across. At this point, what do you do here? I think. He's gonna scramble across the room to. At this point, the northern door, and you see him slide down a little hatch in the door, because the walls here are like lined with wood panels and a mixture of like wood panel and brick. And he slides one down. You see a little pipe beyond, and he just shouts, "Helen, fall back up, and slides it shut. The voice travels somewhere down a pipe. So that particular call for help as you had, and you see him turn, and they have been informed. They know what to worry about. At this point, you see him havering, weapon ready between Celestia and Scamp, as if uncertain who to shoot at. But he has an action readied. Which brings us to Corzin. I just did that the wrong way.
Okay. So, this door that I'm up against is definitely locked, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
But you've seen someone go in the little hatch thing above.
You blew a hole up above that was enough for you. It'd be you'd be a little bit of a squeeze, but I mean, you're a halfling.
Oh, yeah, so if I can get through the hole, I'm definitely going through the hole.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is an athletics check to scramble, essentially lift yourself up into a hole and scrabble down it.
Okay. That's a 26.
Yeah, that's fine. You leap up, grab the top, Marjorie scrabbled out of your pocket and down the hole, and you lift yourself up into the crawl space, or it's more like a walk space for halflings, and you can very easily see that it goes forward about 10 feet and then just opens up in a hatch into the room beyond, and you just catch a sight of the tableau ahead of you. Mm-hmm. And this room is lit by sort of like candelabra of lanterns above.
Well, there's another thing
like
you don't see every day.
And you just see one of the Redhead Woman, as she who's covered with no familial resemblance to Molly, but something of the same spirit, coming in caked in dust, looks over and goes, "Hopping up like prairie dogs, I can see."
Okay, well,
Meryl.
No one knows what you're talking about.
Prone. Can I take out my air carbine and
yes?
Can I see the mustachioed fellow?
You can. You see him
right.
like
I'm going to
readying
take
a
him out
shot.
first then.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay, that is that is a 29 to hit.
That'll hit. This also triggers him to release his shot. So he'll take a shot.
Okay, so base damage is 10 percussive with a further 3 for Hunter's Mark. Have I gone the extent of my movement yet?
No. You can probably get another 5 feet and just drop into the room if you want.
I think that's what I'll do then. Yeah, I will shoot the round, then drop down.
What was the total damage you did again?
The total damage is 13.
Okay, 13's not enough to drop him, but it is. But you shoot him solidly in the shoulder. Just on instinct, his shot fires. And I think between the pair, he'd probably go for the one that was standing over the one that was like half over, like in the water. So he's going to go for Scamp. The good news is you landed on the table, so there's no one adjacent to you, so there's no sneak attack damage. The bad news is that it is still a natural 20.
Ooh.
Oh, balls.
So it could be worse. You do, however, still take 22 points of percussive damage, but hey, at least it wasn't doubling the sneak attack dice.
You up?
Yeah, I am up. I would not have been had that had sneak attack.
You would not. Not with his sneak attack.
Noted.
As the shot just embeds in your shoulder with a crack. You feel the fracturing sensation that you come to associate with that is going to need some healing magic later.
Yep.
And also much pain. However, Warus Tash also gets shot in the shoulder, and you see him sag, obviously. He's not looking great. You don't know whether he has another healing potion. But regardless, he's not looking fantastic. So yeah, that's your action and your movement. You've still got your bonus.
Okay.
Did you have a second shot?
Do I? Because it's a two-handed weapon.
Do you not get 2 attacks generally?
You don't get 2 attacks with you. It's not a repeater.
No, it's just the other one. I mean,
the-
can
and
I
the
use
double-
one of the pistols?
What is the rule we've used previously?
Because the rule with the pistols is that if I don't have anything else up, like Hunter's Mark, I've been able to do 3 shots around.
Yeah,
you've
been able to do 3 shots before. It's usually been like 2 shots with a revolver and 1 with the thing.
Yeah.
So it's not you because it relies on you using your second hand.
Yeah.
But I can't
Second
remember.
attack doesn't. Extra attack is just another attack with that weapon, but if you've only got 1 shot with that weapon, I don't know.
Yeah, these are loading weapons, so like there's.
The air carbine is still
It's rare that you use a 2-handed weapon, and that. No, wait. We have house rule before that you can blunderbuss shot and then take a pistol shot.
Okay. Well, then I'll take 1 pistol shot then.
So you take 1 pistol shot.
Yeah, it just has to be with a different weapon.
Has to
That
be with a
makes
different
sense.
weapon.
Yeah.
That's the rule we've used before.
Cool. Okay, that is for the pistol is an 18 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Same target.
Yep.
So want him dead for you. Like, you've been going after him for so long.
Yeah, okay, so that is 17 base with a further 4, so 21 total.
21 damage.
Yep. I rolled a 10 on the base damage.
All right, finish Warus Tash then.
Okay, so having gone like with the
Shot him in the shoulder, knocking him back. Yeah.
well, it sort of spins him around, and I'll probably just put a bullet straight through the center of the Tash.
Yeah, the Tash splits and he's just spattered against the wall. He slumps to the ground, leaving a bloody trail after him. Yeah. Warus Tash. Bald mustachioed barman is down. 1 of the 6 lieutenants is dead.
Okay.
Hey.
Right, so Redhead, not Molly next.
Yeah, that's your go. All right, well that brings... that means it's time for someone else.
He's just staring at the ceiling intently.
I'm just working something out. Cool. You hear
Terrifying.
A certain amount of screaming and scrambling from the door to the south, followed by a handful of you've followed by 3 more halflings running into the room covered in dust. Covered in like dust and debris, shouting, "She's coming! She's coming!" And you're not really but before they can figure out who that is, the redhead woman goes, "Just fucking shoot them!" She is going to, dangerous as you are, just watch you teleport. She's going to point to the pair of you in the center. And they are going to barrage shot the table.
We're so fucked.
Celestia and Scamp both need dex saves, please.
Oh, like, hard same, honestly. That is a 17.
Oh, 21.
Okay.
It ain't going to be enough based on the last damage, but...
No, both of you
21.
do manage to save, though. So it's going to be halved. So this is... Cool. How many hit points have you got now?
16,
12.
personally.
Cool. You are both down by 11 because you saved.
What? So both of us are still up. That's amazing.
Yes. at that point.
A whole hit point all to myself.
Oh goodness, don't spend it all at once.
I'm very happy.
You're still surrounded by halflings at this point, and just keeping track of that. Yep. Okay, they will act in that order. That makes it Celestia next, actually.
I can't believe I'm still awake for this. How big
Kill
is this
everyone.
room, and how many am I surrounded by?
You are currently surrounded by... Oh, actually, this would make 15 halflings with carbines, plus the redheaded woman.
Do they happen to be within a 30-foot radius?
They are within a 30-foot radius.
Well,
I wonder where this is going.
she's got a bit of a mad glint in her eye at this point. The eyes are bloodshot. The hair is wet.
Kill everyone, Celestia. Kill everyone.
She's got a sort of a mad grin on her face and is covered in blood. It just raises the guitar above her head and goes, one thing that you really should never do, my darlings, is surround us in a nice little circle. And she just goes, pulls the guitar above her head, rams it down onto the floor, and that's a destructive wave. Aimed at
works
them
with me,
lots.
'cause
I'm sure it's going to collapse everything, potentially, but I'm not aiming for the room. I'm aiming for people this time. I don't know if that makes any difference.
It does. You can actually choose not to significantly damage the surrounding architecture.
I don't want to
with this spell.
significantly damage the architecture because we're inside it.
Yeah.
But I am going to
Yes,
aim for everyone.
which we weren't last time.
Yeah, everyone who isn't us or Lux,
Okay.
basically. Because Lux seems to be
Roll
helpful
damage,
right
please.
now. So let's say Radiant. That is bollocks. That is absolute bollocks. So 4, 6, 10 Radiant
Okay.
on 5d6.
Oh.
And a lot more thunder though. So 10, 16, 21, 22 thunder.
Oh. So 32 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
Decent overall.
Redhead, not Molly, is flung backwards into the passageway as bolts of multicolored lightning lance through her. You hear a sort of screeching from there. She manages to avoid just instantly being destroyed, which is more than can be said for everyone else in the room, as as the cracks just go through them and just leave them missing whole sections of their body.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Hello.
I mean, they were just grunts.
Oh
they
yeah.
weren't anything
They have a
special.
lot of grunts.
There were just a lot of them.
Celestia murder spree.
But you know what taking out all of the grunts means? It means they can't fucking barrage you.
Oh, I will
Absolutely.
take that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is amazing. That is what we needed.
I'm now going to take a moment with my mad eyes and my guitar still in my head to look down at my poor little friend who is about to be blown over by a stiff breeze. You're going to get a healing word, my darling.
Cheers.
I'm going to do a little second level one, so hang on. That's 11 hit points.
Thank you.
Alright.
No.
Back in the double figures. though.
Today's terrifying.
Today's awful.
Okay, that brings us to red hair, the redhead woman, who has 1 hit point.
A whole hit point.
Oh.
That's why I wanted to know precisely how much thunder damage you rolled.
I mean, there's no one else left, so...
Through, you hear her scramble, and faintly you hear through like whatever pipes are surrounding. Iron Curtain! Drop the Iron Curtain!
We're fucked.
There is a series
Yeah.
of sounds. Yep, she has this is one of their abilities. They can trigger the traps. You hear a clang from the north, a clang from the east, a sound from the west because there's been too much subsistence there. You're not really sure what's supposed to happen there. And from the north, where the door is already open, You see a sheet of what appears to be solid iron clang down in front of the exit out of this room.
It's not Sanctum, though, is it?
Nope.
Yeah, but I can only take one at a time.
True.
So that's how much has happened. That's what happens on that turn. Okay. Yeah, I mean they didn't prepare for teleporters because who would?
Yeah.
Also, she's going to take as a bonus action. She's going to do that, and that makes it Scamp's go. Scamp, top.
So she's no longer in sight.
She's no longer in sight. She's vanished somewhere. Scamp. No, I want to hear what you do first.
Is there? So there's no one in the room alive,
No.
and there's no way out at the moment.
No.
What's the ceiling made of?
The ceiling appears to be made of brickwork, but like of arched bricks. But you do notice a number of the bricks do seem to have small holes in them.
Huh. Well, this is about to get messy again, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, what can I do that's going to work? Very little. Which door did she go out of?
She went out. She was already near the south door, which she'd just come in from, towards the pool, and she ran back out through that.
Back towards Lux.
As far as you know. Although...
Well, her and her one hit point can just have a lovely time with Lux. Huh. Well, this feels like a murder hole. Where the hell can we go? If only I had more knocks. It's a nuisance. I can't actually cast it myself.
It's a really useful spell.
Like, the temptation to just try and put a fireball through one of the holes is very it's strong.
Up to you.
How high above me are these holes?
This went down a fair bit, so they're quite high arch ceilings. The highest arch point I'm going to say is at the highest point 20. I'll say that it's just about actually 25 feet is quite a bit up. I'll say that you could fireball the ceiling if you hid under the table.
I want to go specifically up one of the holes. I don't want to detonate within the room.
Still, though, like at its apex, this room is like maybe 20 foot high. But you could try it and gamble that there's more space.
Yeah, because I don't know how deep they're going to go. But it will hit Celestia if I do that, so I can't do that.
I mean, unless you drag her off the table.
My 5 hit points could do without a fireball, right?
The pair of you are on the table. If you want to sacrifice your movement to get under the table, drag Celestia under the table, and she doesn't resist, you can do that.
I mean, if you drag me under the table, I won't resist because I'll assume you're going to do something terrifying, and that's why you're dragging me under the table.
Yeah. Let's do that then, because I can't really think of anything else useful to do.
All right. You drag Celestia under the table, point up, and pinpoint
Shoot
shot
up a hole.
through the hole. Okay. So roll damage, please.
Okay. Ooh. Where's the 33? That's decent.
Okay, 33 is enough to destroy structural brickwork.
Confined spaces.
So with a from above, first of all, a lot of the roof bricks kind of crack or break or collapse inwards. I need you to roll a luck check, please.
Uh-oh. Tides are active already, aren't they?
Oh, speaking of which, not anymore. Roll 2d100s, please.
Never know what that curse was.
Well, it's still there.
True.
I'm just waiting to see the bad guy. So that's 30 and 94.
Okay. So you have some... You feel like the odds aren't necessarily in your favor here.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you feel as if you can do something kind of annoying to a target that you can see immediately. Or, surprise that, or you could do, what was the 94 was the other one?
Yeah.
Or you could become very sleepy. Not exactly very sleepy, but very inclined to fall asleep.
That sounds incredibly unhelpful. Can I see Marjorie?
You can!
Yeah, poking out of my jacket pocket.
Oh, Marjorie, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do something annoying to Marjorie.
This is going to be extremely weird. Okay, you hit Marjorie.
I'm sorry.
So the effect is the target's clothing flaps and pulls as if trying to escape from the target, but Marjorie doesn't wear clothes. So instead, Corzin, you feel your shirt suddenly and violently vibrate and then eject Marjorie out of it.
What?
As it just flings this little mirror halfway across the room.
Oh no.
Low flying mirror. What?
Through and roll Scamp, roll a luck check for Marjorie. Because there is currently a bit of a brickwork collapse going on.
16.
Marjorie lands under the table and avoids getting hit by falling brickwork. So you blast the brickwork above. So that bit works fine, and it does. You think for a moment in the kind of chaos and the descending dust that you can see where there probably was some sort of crawl space directly above the dome of the arch. You do not completely destroy the structural support, so this room does not collapse under the weight of the building above. You just blow out some of the brickwork, but not all of it. You also activate the traps. So this is a bit weird. These, in the brief moment when as they go off, it occurs to you that these were probably these blocks of some sort of packed vegetation, almost incense-like, were probably meant to burn and then slowly fill the room with some sort of toxic smoke. Instead, they vaporize, and the entire room is flooded instantly with a short-lived but very intense gaseous effect. I need everyone to make a con save, please. Corzin, this is versus poison, so you have advantage.
Lol, con.
And will this also go into their tunnels? Because it happened in their tunnel?
That's a good point.
Potentially.
Okay, I'm going to use the tides.
It's a natural 20, by the way.
10.
18.
Okay. Well, there is a bit of poison damage.
Someone's going to need to give me a healing potion, lads, I'm not going to lie.
So, from this. So,
Is it more than 5?
it is more than 5.
Lol, I'm down.
So, you're down and there's a secondary effect, but you'll find that out when you wake up.
Cool.
The Scamp, you take 9 damage, Corzin takes 5, because it's poison damage.
Yeah, I pass out under the table.
You, as the pulse comes in, and you just momentarily feel very woozy and confused, but shake it off. The room is now covered with smoke and dust. There is a thick floral scent to the air. You hear mad laughter from somewhere echoing through, and you can just make out bent and twisted pipes up above, which have been now completely bent out of shape and were carrying sound, presumably.
Is there a hole in the ceiling?
There is not a hole in the ceiling, but there's not a hole in the ceiling up above, but enough of the brickwork has been blown out that you think you could, if you were to climb up and over, get into the passages that go over and beyond the sort of iron doors that have come down around the room.
Cool.
It looks as though this entire room is encircled by passages. Mm-hmm. Almost as a sort of junction point, but you need to get up into them to see exactly where they led to.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not conscious yet, I'm just getting ideas.
Oh, yeah.
Good ideas.
But it's what the rest of you see. That's Scamp's go.
Yeah, I've got a bonus action still, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't do any healing with it. For Celestia, anyway, I don't think.
No.
Everything's an action.
I think everything except healing word is an action, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't feed you a potion or anything because I haven't got. That's an action.
I'm just
Yep,
gonna roll for
everything's
how
an
many of
action.
those got hit. Cool.
I will drink a healing potion myself
Okay, you drink a healing potion yourself.
Shout.
because I'm down to 4. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, what did you roll?
That's not good.
Oh. Are you on 5 now?
That's 2d4 plus 2, so I did roll a 1 and a 4, so one of them was good. So that was 7, 11. Ooh, double figures.
Look at you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Double figures into 11. Oh boy, this is really this has changed some things up.
At times like this, I really wish I had lay on hands.
Oh yeah. So top of the round comes by. You faintly hear incoherent shouting, but above the ringing in your ears, it's actually a little hard to tell exactly where it's coming from. It sounds like Owen is shouting something. Okay. I need to pick a target. They don't know who, so they're going to pick randomly. Cool. Corzin, you see popping up over the shattered bit of wall, a halfling woman with an ear with a torn lobe, as if an earring was pulled off, come up with another carbine. She flubbed her stealth check against your passive perception, and she does target you, which means that she doesn't get the sniper bonus. So it's just a straight attack. Which I'm pretty sure misses. There is a crack, which bounds off against the table. Just missing wildly. That was a fucking 3.
Oh yeah, she big misses.
So you hear fuck, and duck back down under the parapet. Oh wait. There is a clung and a clang, and you hear someone slip and fall. And it would actually have been pretty good, and that would have been a pretty good natural one changed into a bonus, into a hide check, but it's still lower than your passive.
Right.
So you can hear her like stubbing her foot where she's hidden and trying to scramble further down the hallway. Which does mean that you hear the. You do hear a whisper, a harsh whisper shouted, of like, "They've blown the traps. Just collapse tunnels on them when they come through." What do you mean 3 of the sappers are dead? Just keeping track of who you're killing in the background by doing this stuff. Okay, so that is that sniper's go.
Is she the only one I can actively see currently?
Right now, yeah.
Right,
She's
cool.
the only one she was already on the way when you blew the dome.
Fair.
Everyone else who was in position is not anymore. Okay, I need to check that. Corzin, you hear a clanking and scuffling sounds as something to the south moves towards the west, moving through the moving through the tunnels and along.
Okay.
Is that one that got away, or is it Lux?
Which brings us to Corzin.
Lux would presumably make a louder noise as they're a bigger creature.
Medium, I think.
But I mean, like, bigger than halfling sized.
Bigger than halflings, yeah. A lot of these secret tunnels are not really halfling based. It does. You did hear like a kind of scraping, clunking sound, so it could have been.
Okay, I know she's actively out of sight right at this second, but would I be able, as a result of her showing her location, be able to, as a bonus action, move my hunter's mark to her?
You know where she is. She flubbed a hide check. You know,
Right.
you're pretty certain she's like crouching behind a bit behind the walls in the section of tunnel that's still there. So you are able to shift your focus, and you feel your sense of where she is clarify.
Okay, can I get to her?
You're going to need to climb up because the steel door, like the iron walls, are still down. So I'm going to need an athletics check if you want to like try and jump up off the table onto one of the walls.
Okay, I have a secondary idea actually.
Okay.
Scamp and Celestia are still underneath the table in the center, right?
Yep.
Yeah, unconscious.
Yep.
Bye.
Can I get to them?
Yeah, easily. Like with
Right.
like 15 feet of movement. Do that.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to get to them, use my action to cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds onto Celestia.
I love you with my whole heart.
Right, let me just roll that. Okay, that is 15 hit points.
I love you. Thank you.
Right. So that's my action. Is it possible I can orient this table so that it provides us cover towards where that woman is? Because if she is, like, appearing where the rest of them are going to appear, we want to have cover.
Yeah, you can definitely like tilt the cable down. That's not even like it real. Like you definitely like even just like shove the table a bit and use it as cover, like just as part of
Yeah,
the
then
movement.
that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to push it so that we've got something to hide behind in
You
the same way
all
she
have
has
cover.
something to hide behind. So we all have cover. We're all conscious.
Awesome.
Decent round, I think.
Decent round's work, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is you hear some vague distant shouting, but no one's coming in at this point. Whatever movement is happening is somewhere further into this underground complex. Which does make it Celestia.
God. I've just come to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you've just come to.
Oh no.
Oh, I had a thing. Yeah, what was
Yeah, you come to Woozy. Everything is... The colours are melting together. Shapes are... You're not sure what's around you. Who are these people? I need to roll a d10. Roll...
Oh fuck.
You failed your con save, so this is at the end of the round you roll to recover. Can I ask you to roll a d10,
it?
please?
Oh god, I'm confused, aren't I?
You are.
Yep.
It's a 3. Is it the same as the spell?
It is.
I don't move and take no actions.
Celestia...
You just hear this vague burble. Why is everything liquids?
Everything is just like fucking
Eyeballs.
round you, bewildered and perplexed.
Corzin, Scamp, you're right next to me.
Yeah, it's like you
What is it?
they're like you think they're far away. You can hear someone call out, but you think it's Owen. Sure, what is it? And it's like, where's that fighty? Their accents are so similar. And end of your round, roll a con save, please.
Fucking gnomes, you're saying. Oh god, it's a 10. I'm confused
You
forever,
are
gang.
still drunk to shit.
I'm confused forever.
That's not
like,
something
I'm
I
never
could,
going to shake it off. What was that?
That's not something, like, it's not close enough that I could
Yeah.
add a d4.
You'd have a small chance.
Oh, I don't know that I can. Oh, it might be worth it, Sod it. I'm going to try. Because my turn's coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's a 2.
No, it's not enough to
Thank
push it
you,
over.
anyway. It was very kind.
You kind of like wonder if you can pull strings of fate, but Celestia is like into this trip now. She is
dear.
very confused by what's going on.
Insert Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Yeah.
It's on my second playlist.
I mean, hey, it could have like I could have just filled the entire chamber with the confusion smoke
We get the
over a few
burst,
rounds,
yeah.
but no. Okay, so that is Celestia's go. Okay, so someone else, you hear shouting from beyond, causing you hear something heavy being dragged or maybe wheeled in the distance.
God.
Like it's very muffled, like it's through some layers of things, but you're not 100% sure what.
How the bloody hell did they get a cannon down here? That's the first thing you'd think.
Gnomes.
So it's just like spinning in small circles and talking about gnomes.
No, leaning on our cover table and just looking at the ceiling will be an all weird.
Okay, fucking hell. Right, Scamp.
Okay. Do I know where this person's hiding?
With your passive perception, no, you don't. It was enough. You have a vague general direction based on the fact that Corzin kind of looked in that direction, but you don't know where exactly they are.
Okay. I will. Oh, what were you going to say?
No, that's actually it.
Damn it.
Unless you need to, if you could get yourself to a position to lock, you could try and like search. But
I will get one of me magic sticks out.
Yep.
In fact, it is the stick rather than the statue. And cast Aid. Everyone gets extra 5 hit points on their maximum and 5 hit points.
Oh, that's
Yay.
actually like really good right now. Thank you.
the unwilling blessing of the golden eel spirit.
Somewhere
is
it's really
upon
pissed
you.
off, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's like lounging
Magic stick!
out on the seafloor is like, oh, fucking hell, every time like, I'm obliged to go and heal these fuckers who stole my totem.
And I will use a bonus action to get a spell slot back.
Cool. You focus and regather your magic.
You just be able to knew these stone women quietly.
Yes! I'm going to hide under... Is there another table or anything else I can hide under?
There was a
we're
table.
not in
This
a
was
club.
the table. There are cabinets that have fallen over, I guess. You could try and move behind a different one of them. Like, there is a lot of burned maps, which would have been very useful.
Oh, well.
Maybe
I'll get cover somewhere that isn't, like, grouping us up.
okay. You move away like as far as you can, so like 15 feet, and get behind cover
Did
behind some.
consider grabbing the maps, but then we had to kill everyone first, so you know.
And then you scramble behind some cabinets. All right, that brings us to the top of the round. Okay, so they are setting up that.
Fucking cannon in the other room, probably.
Okay.
I hope I'm wrong. I really do.
I'd love you to be wrong. think you
Just
are,
checking
though.
my notes here. You distantly hear the sounds of metal screeching, like something, as if something is being hurriedly unbolted
God.
or moved out of position and squealing. So that ain't happening this round, but something has started. They're having to get very creative with these. Remembering the correct order of these happening now, it's Corzin.
Okay. So I can't actually see anyone from where I currently am, can I?
No, but you do know that you do believe you know her position behind the wall.
Okay. Is this a wall that is thin enough I could shoot through it?
No. This
No,
is
it's
a brick wall.
Okay.
It's about 10 foot off the ground. Because it has been broken open enough from the explosion that that it is possible to climb to the top of it and shoot over. It's a lot easier from the other side than from this side because the walls like curve inwards.
Okay.
So they can scramble up the outer edge of it, whereas you would essentially have to like leap up.
Could I throw a bomb over the top of it?
You could definitely throw a bomb over the top of it. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Roll damage.
That bomb made an adorable sound.
Yeah, there's a 12.
Very cute.
Yeah, that works. So that's 12 damage. Okay, you hear a sort of screeching.
Did it hit the recipient of my hunter's mark?
It did!
Okay, another then. A further 5.
So 12, 17 total damage.
Yeah.
Cool, so that becomes... got it. You hear the yelping of someone who is quite moderately wounded by this. By the blast. You still have... Yeah, you still have bonus action. And any movement. And I guess you could throw a second bomb, because, like, they're one per
I
attack.
think that's about all I can do, so yeah, that's what I will do. Okay, here we go. Oh, not quite as good on the damage that time. That is a 5.
Okay, she does actually save from this time as well, so it takes...
If it hits her, I still do the extra 3 d6 damage for Hunter's Mark, so that's an extra 2.
God. Okay, extra 2, so that becomes 7 halves to 3. Thank you. So, still though, you hear another blast as this second bomb goes off, and you're pretty sure it hit your mark. Okay, that makes it her go. She's going to come up. So she pops up from hiding.
We still all have cover, I think.
You still have cover. Scamp still hasn't been able to spot her yet, which is... but she does reveal herself as she scrambles up and takes a shot at Scamp this time.
Oh boy.
So... with advantage, because you don't see her. 15 with cover.
How much cover do I have?
You have +2 because it's half cover.
Then yeah, that hits.
Cool. Because it's not like a murder horse, you don't get the 3/4. Okay, so that hits, which means you take...
I'm gonna be unconscious, I think.
Quite likely, because she does manage to, she does get a sneak attack in. Yeah, they don't necessarily roll high, but it's probably still enough. Yeah, that's like 21 percussive damage.
Yeah. I'm down.
The shot impacts and you see Scamp hits the ground. Which she drops back and is going to try and hide again, this time badly enough that were Celestia cognizant of really anything going around, she would know where she was. And Scamp as well. Like you hear him like ah, 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 as she hits the ground. You hear the sound of a bit of glass breaking as she casts aside a healing potion and scrambling off further elsewhere. She is not the only one, however, as you hear a scuffling sound as from a different bit of the dome around you, a second sniper comes up and is going to try and hit. Celestia's under the table and like wobbling out of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll her target randomly because she doesn't know that is going to go for Corzin. Corzin, You spot her. You spot this one is not even her. Sorry, not her. You spot him popping up as you see a halfling in a flat cap with a pipe sticking out of his mouth and a carbine rifle lean over the edge and shoot down at you. You spin to the side instinctively as the shot comes down, so you don't take the sneak attack damage. But that's a natural 17 plus to get hit. So
Okay, yeah.
yeah. So you do still take 10 percussive as the bullet grazes your shin.
I'm really hoping that wouldn't down you because I can't help anyone.
You just hear a voice through the pipe like, "Huh, take him on, aren't you?" As he slips down, he's going to try and hide. They're rolling low against someone whose natural perception is 19. They ain't hide, even with their stealth scores. They ain't hiding from you, Corzin. You hear him slide down only a little bit behind the. He's actually pretty smart. He slides down a little bit behind the brick wall, and you hear him throw like a rock to make you think that he's run off a bit further, but he's just reloading behind the wall. You know exactly where he is. However, that means that Celestia is incapacitated. Scamp is down. You've taken your action. Someone else enters the scene as vaulting themselves over the out of the broken bits of rubble and passageway. You see a form that you haven't seen land in the middle of the room. She lands. It's less like the superhero land and more landing on all fours and then slowly standing up. Lux, broadly humanoid, portions of her skin slightly barbed. She has, you can see her hair is wide kind of sprawls of red and black. She has a long red and black coat on and sort of high boots, because waders essentially they were meant to be in the same theme.
Poop waders.
Yeah, and she does, and there are crusts of cesspit around them, but honestly they're covered. They're parts of them are being washed off because there is now a streak over the parts of it that you can see. There is a streaked mess of masonry dust, crust, bits of cesspit crust, and maybe ash where water has from the pool has made it all streaky. Steam is rising from her, and her eyes are rings within rings of violet.
Celestia looks up at her and goes, "Newly fucking stone women everywhere."
Something like that. And she just strides over to Scamp, and as her action, kneels down and reaches into Scamp's pocket.
Oh no.
Corzin, even Celestia, although you barely make sense of it, you hear the words being said, but they seem to be sourceless. You hear a voice go, "What are you doing? Stop!" Corzin, you vaguely see in the fucking other world, in the still world, the image of a silvery Scamp appearing and looking at her. She looks up at it. "Sorry, your plan was taking too long." She pulls a silver skull with purple glints in the eyes out, and you see her body ripples and seems to become more real somehow. That is the end of Lux's turn. She can attempt to steal. She has stolen one of the skulls this round. Hers.
Okay.
We'll get to the others as we go on. Distant sounds of squeaking and screeching somewhere else. People setting things up. Celestia, roll a D10, please.
It's different, but...
What number? I got it.
hang on. I make a melee attack against a random creature.
Roll a D6. 1 to 3 it's Scamp, and 4 to
Scamp's
6.
unconscious.
I'm also not in range.
Yeah.
True, you've moved. Then it has to be. There's no one within range.
Well, we're both under the table.
Oh no, you're under the table. Shit, it's Corzin then. Make an attack against Corzin. It's just you just like.
Do I just punch him?
I think you probably either. You can choose the melee attack, so yeah, you can just punch.
I just punch
You
him?
just try. You think. You just scream around. You swear for a moment. You see right next to you, Lux kneeling down and stealing the skull out of Scamp's pocket.
It's just like, in a cartoon when somebody just responds kind of perfectly, but to exactly the wrong thing.
Yeah.
She just goes, "Give it back, you bitch," and she just punches
swat,
Corzin in the
and
face.
Yeah, roll an attack against Corzin. It's
I
just
mean,
a dex
you're going
attack
to
plus-
be fine. It's Celestia punching you. It's good, actually. what's
plus
your
your dex
attack?
plus proficiency.
This is 21.
Corzin, you like it's
Still going to be like a
it completely
point of
glances, but like it's like a comedy punch against the jaw. You only take 1 hit point, but Celestia just socks you.
Celestia, what was that for?
Doing stealing. Can't stand for it.
Roll a con save.
It's a 6.
You're still drunk.
Useless.
Okay, so that makes it. Okay, you hear the sound of more preparation happening somewhere else.
Someone else.
Oh, hang on, I need to
you're
make
gonna have to
a
heal
con
Scamp,
check
mate,
against
like,
I took damage there.
Oh, true, you do technically.
Really
Yeah,
hoping
I'm
I'd
fine,
wake
I'm
up and be
fine.
able to heal Scamp, but I can't. So you're going to have to do it at some point.
It's fine. This is a poison effect. If anything can cure you of poison, it will clear. It will clear.
Okay,
it will
I was
clear
going
this.
to ask about that.
Yes,
This may
it will-
change what I'm going to do next round.
It will clear anything that would clear poison will clear this effect from you.
What's Jeffrey doing?
Yeah, what is Jeffrey doing?
Jeffrey. Jeffrey acts on his own here. So at the moment when Scamp would act, Jeffrey bares his teeth and raises his little spear with the broken bit of the wish blade on it. I wouldn't try it. I need you to roll a wisdom check for Jeffrey between the most tactically appropriate choice and the choice that Jeffrey would pick.
15?
Jeffrey makes to just like runs up towards her, spear raised, and as she makes to try and take a swipe at him, slides down and is going to unpull a healing potion from your belt and force feed it to you.
Okay.
Jeffrey.
So 15's enough to do the tactically smart choice of wake Scamp up, as opposed to try and stab Lux.
Yeah. I know what I would have done as Jeffrey, and it's neither of those things.
Oh,
but
really?
That's also fine. Jeffrey has +5 on sleight of hand.
Yeah.
That skull.
That would have been good.
But no,
there's-
this is Jeffrey.
This
not
is
me.
Jeffrey. No, yeah, that's the instinct I had for this round. Is would Jeffrey have tried to attack or not?
Okay.
So Scamp, you wake up to see
I
Lux.
will roll that. I've just thrown the D4 on the floor, so I'll roll a different one.
Lux is
That's really good healing.
Lux is standing over you, skull clutched, tiny skull held in one hand. As you can see, she seems something is changing about her form. The red and black elements are shifting to more like a purple, red, and black section. Her hair is white, is blowing in a wind that is not present. Or actually, she seems to be generating a bit of wind around her. She looks down at you with a grin. Free now. Scamp, what do you want to do? You are prone on the ground, and one of your demons is loose.
Yeah. How badly injured is she?
She is barely scratched.
I didn't think she was.
Huge.
It's probably not worth doing the damage at this point. But on the other hand, how else the fuck do we get rid of her?
Don't know.
I have an idea,
honestly.
but
Yeah.
it's not my turn.
Trying to think whether this is worth trying. I can't think of anything else to do. Do I have that? I still have that spell slot. Yes. Oh, fuck it. What's the save on that? Where is the save? I can read my own spells. Wisdom. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try Eye Bite on her.
Okay. And this is one of your spells. You don't get it from a skull. By the way, you currently
No,
don't
this
have
is
access
mine.
to Lox's
Yeah,
spells.
I know. All the sorcery points.
Yeah.
It's a real problem.
Okay, so wisdom save, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. One was a 3, one was a natural 20, and she's advantage against met spells and magical
Yeah.
effects.
Yeah, and that's... which is making
You gave her a powerful form.
Yeah. Even if I did the minus a d4, I can't do that.
No. Your eyes fill with darkness as you try to overwhelm her will. She slashes with her hand, cutting past it. Not today.
I can't do another spell. That's I quicken them, and the quicken ones can only be cantrips of this because I did a big one. Ugh! I'm trying to think if there's anything I can usefully do with any of these cantrips. I don't know where any of the people attacking us are, do I?
You actually do hear one. You do hear the one of with the stealth rolls that they did. You can actually hear one of them making their just running some distance away, and one of them breathing on the wall, just kind of the other side of the wall where you are. So you do actually know where they are.
But I can't see them.
You can't see them.
No. I'm not moving out of the melee of Lux. I will go down as soon as she attacks me,
Do
but
you
I'm not.
still have the curse thing active?
You do
Yeah, but it's
still
an
have the
action,
curse.
and also damage is not going to be an. She has 100 hit points.
Right.
I know her stats. I'm not going to be able to hit her very well. Not for that sort of
Yeah,
level.
none of us can do that in like a short space of time, really.
No.
If I roll well enough... No, bad idea.
I mean, prismatic spray exists, but like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I can do anything usefully with my bonus, so I guess that's that. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Which brings us.
Did we do that in the right order, or am I just forgetting my turn happened because I didn't do anything on it?
You were confused.
Yeah,
Punched
you
me.
attack
Corzin.
You
Corzin.
attack Corzin.
Oh yeah, it was
been intense
useless.
order.
That's why I forgot it. It was funny though.
Which brings us to the
I
start.
punched Corzin in the face and called him a bitch, and that was my turn.
Brings us to the start of this next turn. We are. I'm going to be open here. We are. We're a good 2.5 hours into recording at this point. I'm half tempted to take a. Yeah, I think we're going to find out what happens after now that Lux has turned after these, no doubt important messages.
Oh boy. The new Altmark Temperance Society requires people of good character and abstention to gather together in greater numbers and show that we are a force to be reckoned with. For too long we have suffered the public scourges of indecency and inebriation. If the governor refuses to take us seriously, then perhaps the public will. Our first meeting will be in the square between McGahee's tobacconists and Amberdance's pharmaceuticals.
And welcome back. Top of the round. Owen's doing something. Setting something up. Faint here shouting of things. Now you hear a ting sound from somewhere. And of something metal being dragged or wheeled or moved.
He's so got a cannon down here. We're fucked.
It makes no rational sense, but of course he has.
Why the fuck not, I suppose.
So that happens. We're going to come back to them. Corzin, you see... so you are under the table with Celestia.
Yep.
You can see Lux has just slashed a hand through whatever Scamp's dark eye thing is doing.
Right.
And you know that one sniper has fucked off, one is still hiding and waiting in the hopes of trying to shoot again. You're probably about 10 feet from Lux right now.
Okay,
10,
good
15?
to know.
Yeah. So, yeah, what do you want to do?
Right, what I'm going to do then is I am going to throw a pointed finger at Lux and say, "That is not yours. Fuck off out of it," and cast Banishment. You
stretch out your finger, and the octopus flings forward, ready to ensnare her. She turns, looks coldly at the octopus, reaches out and grabs in midair one of the octopus's tendrils and just flings it to the side. It smacks into a wall and phases through it because it's not exactly here before floating back in, but looks a little dizzied. She resisted.
Right, okay.
And it wasn't something that I could do anything about.
A natural 20 again. I
Bloody
shit you
hell.
not. A natural 8 and a natural 20 on those.
You're taking all my good rolls. I've hardly rolled over a 10 this session. They're all going to your end of the table. That's the only explanation I will take.
Okay, so I'm going to be a bit cheeky with the mechanics here, but doing that will have dropped my hunter's mark. Because that was also a thing. But I do know up until that point where that person was. So I'm going to turn around, and as my bonus action for this round, I'm going to cast Slayer's Prey, which isn't concentration.
Who on?
The person who I previously had Hunter's Mark on.
Okay, not on Lux. Good to know.
Yep.
You know where they are, and you peg your focus on that sniper. This was on it.
Corzin's pegging everyone today.
On Torn
He cannot be
Earring.
denied.
So Torn.
Oh, I'm
It
so
confirms
nervous
it.
and worried, and I still can't.
It's within 60 feet of me, right?
Yep. No, you know where she is, and you still have that. You have the hunt laid on her. Okay. Do you want to move at all? Are you happy in your defensive position beneath the table?
If I move, I'm moving from cover, so no, I'm going to stay where I am for now. But I'm going to be fixing my attention onto what Lux is doing.
Cool. Well, the next person to go is one of the snipers, who has no idea what the fuck is going on right now. So
Giant friggin' monster, been killing all your mates.
yeah, I mean,
Not in cover.
not in cover. I think at this point, it's really anyone's fucking guess about this. Fucking hell. He fires, and the shot, she just steps to the side, the shot clangs off the ground, narrowly missing Scamp. Where he pokes up, and he's just and you see him just like rotate his jaw on the little pipe and like rotates around in a circle as well. Oh fuck! Lucky I'm busy, mortal.
Celestia looks at Lux and goes, "Amazing shot, Corzin. Well done."
Which makes it Lux's turn. Did you stand up on your turn, Scamp?
I don't remember.
I don't recall you doing so. I think
no,
he's still
which
prone.
is a problem.
Still prone.
Fuck.
Cool. In which case, we're going to do these one at a time as she reaches down with one of her sharp clawed hands. This is an attack, but I actually need you to make your choice of athletics or acrobatics, please.
I wonder. Are tides active?
They are not.
I will do the tides thing.
You activate tides.
Dirty 20.
25. She reaches down.
I can't roll that high.
She rolled a natural 19. You scramble down, and she just, as you try and scramble away, she reaches down with the claw, grabs you by the scruff of the neck, just grabs you by the shirt, and with her other claw, reaches in and plucks out another of the silver skulls.
Which one?
It's you know what? Let's roll for this one randomly. You've still got 3 on you. 1, 2, 3. You feel friend pulling away from you, and you hear, and everyone hears friend going, "No, unhand me! I'm the one with the flesh. You're weak, old man, and I'm very tired of doing things your way." She takes friend's skull. You feel your connection to him snap. And as it's going, Scamp, you just hear a dwindling voice in your mind. The boat. She'll go to the ship. And then, it's in the skull is away and in one of her pockets. She can make another attack against you. Another acrobatics or athletics check, please.
21.
Okay, 21, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. She tries to go for another of the skulls with her claw. This time, you wrench away before she can scramble, but the hooked tail comes round, and she's going to try and take try and take another. One more acrobatics check, please.
Yep. 14.
Dirty 20. As you wheedle out of the way, she nips around and she's going to grab random chance. Off the table doesn't count. You hear a sleepy voice in your head go, "What's going to..." and snap off as she takes a CD's skull as well. The tail, as she lets go of you, just sort of dismissively throwing you back, the tail reaches up and drops CD's skull into her hand. She looks down with a satisfied sort of sneer. I really have to thank you for this body. I'm starting to get a sense of what it's like living as you, half thing. That is the end of Lux's turn. You hear the distant sound of a door clang open and a much louder sound of something on wheels coming down a corridor.
They so have a cannon and there's nothing we can do.
Celestia, roll a d10.
Oh, God. I'm confused forever. Like, this is who I am now. Oh, God. I do nothing and take no actions, obviously.
Okay. You swear you can see, like... Okay, so you actually get some weird shit. You perceive weird things. I'm going to tell you what those weird things are. Yeah, I guess I'm actually going to tell you what those weird things are in a moment, but you perceive a conversation happening that no one else can hear.
Okay. I really need to be not confused. I'm so useless.
Roll con save again, please.
It's gonna be like a 6. I'm calling it to 6. All of these dice hate me.
Don't mind.
No, that's weird. I've not. Actually, yes, I want that fucking bronze dice. That's what I want. Give it here. Give it to me right now. It's a 17, you bastard.
Okay.
Yes.
As
that dice?
As the haze clears, you catch the tail end of some sort of conversation. Voices overheard. What are we doing? I thought we were going with the child, the Scamp friend. The plan has changed. You're making a mistake. We should be staying with Scamp. I don't have time for that. We should seek out the girl. She's going to be much more receptive to the original plan. And at the end of your turn, Celestia, you kind of snap out of it and see what's actually happening around you. Okay. Squeak, squeak, squeaking happens. Something is trundling closer to the west.
Trundling?
Yeah. And
interesting use of verbiage there.
Yeah. Scamp, you'll go. Didn't catch
The
that.
advantage
Sorry.
that this thing has is a problem. We cannot fight her. Well, we could, but we don't have the... Shit, and I've lost the spells that I'd need to get the skulls back. I'd forgotten that spell was a skull one. I just scrolled back to my spells and half of them are missing.
Oh god, yeah.
Everything I can use to get the skulls back is just not there anymore.
Oh, this is like when I lost the Eye of the Storm for a bit, isn't it? But probably worse.
Yeah. I'm down a lot of sorcery points.
Loads.
I'm down about 6 spells. Oh, and now I don't know what to do because the thing I was going to do doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, and Jeffrey acts, and now that you're conscious, you have control of Jeffrey's actions.
Do I without friend?
Ooh, you don't, but friend still does, after a fashion. Friend might still be able to talk to Jeffrey. So you can definitely you can call out to Jeffrey to do a thing, and maybe Jeffrey can still respond.
I'm still in melee with Lux, aren't I?
Yeah, she's standing over you.
Damn it! So all of my big spell damage spells are also ranged. Fuck, I've got absolutely nothing that's useful.
You have Shocking Grasp?
That's not useful. I mean, it does very little damage and it'll take a reaction if I hit, but I want to be in melee with her.
Okay.
Because if she leaves, I want to hurt her. I don't want it to be easy for her to leave.
Yep, fair.
Oh, shit. I can't do the same. I can't try and eye bite her again because that didn't work and it only works once. Oh, I'm gonna see if Jeffrey can try and get the skulls back first.
Okay.
And try and sleight of hand them.
Make a sleight of hand check for Jeffrey, then. This is opposed.
Nope. Oh, No, even with my help, I don't think that's going to do anything. That's a 7.
No, won't pass a passive perception.
Yeah.
Jeffrey tries to grab one of the scramble up her coat and grab one of the skulls out of the pockets, but she just brushes him off with her tail. Jeffrey goes flying. Still your turn.
I'm gonna try and do the same. Because fuck it.
Yeah, you just like spring up and try, essentially like almost like ineffectually try to body check her, I guess, but like grab into a pocket.
I'm gonna try and make it look like I'm trying to shock and grasp or something.
Yeah.
Like one of my few melee things. That's a 16.
Ooh. You have a 50% chance if you use your own thing, you can't bend fate. Damn,
I
forget
can't.
that.
No, I can if she was doing an active check, but
Yeah,
she ain't.
no, you can't.
So
I haven't been awake at any point to give you inspiration either. So.
Yeah, this is the first time you're awake. You do have your reactions back now, though. You're no longer confused, if that makes any difference. But I don't think
inspiration, no.
I don't think that's
There's like nothing I do on a reaction.
You don't really have reaction powers. Okay. In which case,
is there anything useful
you
I
try
can do with my bonus? I don't
reach in
think
and grab.
there is.
You bat your hand. She bats your hand away, but roll 2d100s.
Oh dear. 57. 41. Bloody hell, they keep coming up close to the previous ones.
Okay. Well, the good news is so something negative, two negative options, both on an enemy of your choice. So give me those two numbers again, please.
41 and 57.
Okay. Okay. One of them, you get a sense that one of those, you charge up with, you feel the power flowing through you, the power to curse. One bizarrely would render her very poor, and have difficulty with metal. Another is going to do something very bad to one of her limbs.
I'm gonna try the first one,
Difficulty
because...
with metal.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know what that is, but it's intriguing.
Okay.
Skulls are metal.
The skulls
Yeah.
are metal.
Yeah.
This is going to get extremely weird, given that these are magical items. Okay. You place the curse as you kind of push forward the magic. She does have two of the skulls pocketed at this point. She's still holding a CD skull, and you see the silvery skull starts to just sprout white feathers as if it's turning into feathers. And Scamp, you just hear a distant sort of psychic scream.
Oh dear.
CD Lux looks confused and alarmed by whatever the fuck you're doing. So the specific effect is all precious metals held by the target start to turn to white feathers.
Oh.
What I will say that this does then is, as she tries to grab hold of it, the skull explodes into a series of white feathers which start flowing to the ground. She looks confused by this, and you hear call, "Where did you? No, what?" She looks back at you coldly.
Whoops.
And says to you, Scamp, "You'll pay for that." CD's fate is unknown. Much like Monty's.
Oh no.
Okay, that's the top of the round. That's going to happen in a moment. I want to hold some things for the sake of drama, which means that Corzin, you can see you see everything that's happening. You know that there's still a sniper hidden behind one of the walls. You can hear something being carted or trundling up in the direction of this chamber, down out beyond one of the heavy metal beyond the heavy metal wall to the west.
Where is that relative to us, and where like the
You are on. I'm going to say you're right in the center of the room.
Yeah.
Hidden behind the barrel. Not behind the barrel, behind the table.
Yeah.
Lux and Scamp are on the north side, by the wall.
And the trundling noise is coming from
the west.
Right. Okay. Good to know. All right. I'm going to load my blunderbuss with a slug shot.
Okay.
And attempt to shoot Lux, but I'm also, with a bonus action, going to cast Lightning Shot.
Go for it.
So
Roll
that
attack.
is going to be to hit a 22.
That hits. She tries to dodge, but you adjust and...
Okay, base damage first.
Cool.
That is... sorry, brain fart. That is
okay.
11 percussive. With a further... different set of dice.
And this is with dishonor, so this will do full damage to her.
Yes, it will. Okay, that is going to be for the lightning damage 17.
Cool, so 28 total damage.
Yes.
It's a hell of a shot. The lightning leaves a deep scoring mark, cutting open a portion of her coat, and you see pinkish purple blood from the wound as she spins to the side. It's she just lets out a okay, we're going to dance, but I think right now the dance floor's getting a little hot for my comfort. And you hear her mutter, "At least I've still got you, old man." Anything else you can do in your turn, Corzin?
No, that's the bonus action, main action done. I'm just going to hunker back down behind the table.
Thing. At which point, then, she's going to focus, and you see her clasp her hands hands together into fists, the knuckles going white, her brow furrowing. The ground around her trembles. The walls tremble. The bits of dust and brick chalk just start floating off. Shut up, old man. If they can do it, the purple eyes narrow, so can I. She looks up, reaches up a hand, and slashes downwards. And you see a hole open in the air of bright blue sky above. Counter spell.
Magic uses Nemesis.
Ooh! Oh! Does it work instantly, or does she get a save?
This is becoming a poker battle, and I'm enjoying
When
it.
you see a creature either casting a spell or teleporting within 60 feet of you, you can use your reaction to magically foil it.
Just works, does it?
No,
the
there is a
creature
roll,
must
isn't there?
succeed a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC, which is...
It's not. Is it a magical effect? So does she get advantage?
This is a magical effect, even though it's not a spell.
Is it?
Is it?
I don't know.
So you use your reaction to magically foil it, so I think...
Magical
yes.
foil. Magical effect.
Fair enough.
Whew.
DC 16.
Oh shit. Okay.
How's that bronze dice rolled badly for
The
once?
bronze dice is rolled badly.
Good.
The grey dice is rolled well.
It's because I've touched it. It's cursed now. Not having a good day.
Okay. Scamp, you have a 50% chance of making this fail.
I don't have a reaction.
Nah,
I've
I can't
used
Use
it.
spell
your
it.
action.
I can't spell. Like I don't have a third
you don't-
level. I don't
no,
think. So
you
I
can't
think
set
it was
the
a
spell.
4th level counter spell.
She's using warlock slots at level 5.
Oh, so cool.
So they.
Oh no, I do have a third because I got it back, didn't I? That's what that scribble means.
Yeah, true.
But my intention, I think, was 4th,
Yeah.
so I'll top off the 4th.
She.
Yeah, I don't have a reaction.
No, she
I
has.
got nothing, kid.
She has a
sorry.
very few spells per short rest. But this is This is an ability she has. She slashes down, and Corzin, you snap forwards. The octopus tries to close the gap, and she just backhands it with her with one barbed hand.
Damn it!
And you see her step through the hole in the world, and it slams shut behind her. By the way, as she leaves, there's a moment of shock. You see a handful of white feathers touch the ground and start and reform into a little silver skull.
Huh.
And at that point, round 10,
Oh god.
you watch as you hear a sort of a rush of footsteps.
So a cannon.
Iron door to the west lifts up, and you peer out from under the thing as a cannon is indeed.
We do not have time for your bullshit. Go away,
We're
we're
all
busy.
really tired over here.
And a very manic-looking set of halflings, including the red-haired woman, covered in dust and burn marks. The man with the carrot mustache. Are both actually no, sorry, wouldn't be and the man with the carrot mustache are both there, along with with like half a dozen halflings who load and fire.
Oh shit.
Okay, so at this point,
We're all going to be unconscious.
nope, because they know how to hold a grudge. Corzin.
Oh god.
Seriously? Okay.
You're the one.
I'm still in cover, if that makes any difference.
It does. It does. Roll a dex save and add 2 to your dex to
It
your
was actually
modifier,
a cannon.
please.
Okay.
We've known it's a cannon for ages and there's nothing we can do about it.
Okay, 24 plus 6, that's 26.
Okay. Well, the good news is this does you avoid being hit dead on by a cannon.
Oh shit!
Actually, could have rolled much worse on balance.
Okay, we're 4 for 4 on things you don't see every day right now,
So
kids.
you take half damage. So you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage as you are clipped by a cannonball, which fires through, pings through the iron door to the east as well, shatters the table.
Okay, fair. Was there anyone hiding behind the iron door to the east by any chance?
If they were, they're not anymore.
Oh god, there's like grape jam.
At which point, that makes it Celestia's go.
How injured are all of these people by the fucking cannon looking?
Oh, with the exception of Redheaded Woman, not at all. These are fresh people. Or some of them are covered in plaster and brick dust, but these are like fresh gang members that they've cycled in to try and operate this cannon.
This is going to seem like an irrelevant question, but I promise you it isn't. What time of day is it? I'm trying to figure out how much I can burn.
It's 4 PM.
What time would a gang war happen?
Oh, in the evening, definitely.
We don't have time for a long rest.
I know, but I'm really struggling to not burn all my top slots here, to be honest.
I'm not sure we're getting out of this alive unless we do.
That's the thing, isn't it? Okay.
I'm burning everything.
I think, let's go.
Okay.
Okay. Celestia's had enough of cowering behind a table, and it's smashed anyway. And she's not been able to do anything for ages, and Lux has just gone, and she's really pissed off. She's going to get up with even more bloodshot eyes than before, hair still piss wet through, and just, open her arms up in a big bardy pose. The hands fill with rainbow, and the stripes separate. And I'm going to do a prismatic spray. Different streaks of colour each for each person because I am done.
What
now.
is the rain? What is the
60-foot
total
cone, so anyone I can get, please.
That will reach the next room beyond the corridor. That's what I wanted to know.
Yep.
So you're getting.
It's my 7th level spell, so I think that is plausible
That's
as well.
plausible. Okay, so you are getting everyone here, and those people in the next room.
They're about to taste the rainbow.
That's pretty much what's happening.
Basically.
Cool.
How do?
I mean, I'm honestly the minimum damage. What is the what is like for any of the damaging ones? Are there any non-damaging ones that could hit?
So 1 to 6. No, 1 to 5 is 10d6 damage. 6 is turns to stone. Violet is 7 is blinded, and 8 is reroll, so high chance of also d6 damage.
Cool. Okay, so I'm not going to bother rolling for the mooks.
Fair.
I think we can safely say that they are not relevant to the damage.
Fair.
So I need you to roll for 1, 2, 3, 4.
Whoa,
5.
Violet is
I need you
awful.
to roll
Violet
this
isn't
5
just
times,
blinded.
please.
Okay, and you want me to tell you, like,
Yep.
them in order?
Whoa.
Yes, in order, very much so, please.
Okay, so first one is red, which is 10d6 fire.
Okay. The minimum. Can you please roll? Do you want my phone, which has a dice roller on, or do you want to manually roll these?
There's going to be a lot.
It's gonna be a
aren't
lot.
there?
So I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna tell you which. There's one.
Yeah, can I have your dice roll? Or would that
Sure.
be okay?
I'm gonna get my dice.
I think because there's so many.
because
Like,
there's so many. Let me just set it up. So
it's going to get stressful,
working.
you know?
Right. So this is just 10d6.
Yeah. And it will be for all of them.
Just
so
tap
if
the
you don't
d6,
mind me
please. Yep.
keeping them. So just tap the d6.
Yep.
46.
Cool. Okay, so the red-haired woman is incinerated in fire.
Good.
Nice.
Same
Appropriately,
colour as
she
her hair.
not even charred fragments of bone are all that is left. Next one, please.
That is 10d6 poison.
Cool. Again, please.
36.
Okay, and let's see if there's. Nope, he failed that. So the man with the carrot mustache raises into the air, clutching at his throat, just flying for a moment before, like, just his eyes just pop and he collapses dead to the ground. It's Grizzly.
Yeah, Celestia in my head is starting to look a bit like Alien during this. Like, the veins are really glowing and looking quite disturbing.
Okay, next one.
That is 10d6 cold damage.
Roll, please.
Blue. 36 again.
Cool. Something happens to someone. Fucking hell. And then one more. Another one, please.
Again 10d6 cold damage.
Cool. Roll again, please.
29. Not quite as
Ooh.
good.
Okay, let's see if she's. Oh my goodness, she might actually come out of this technically alive. Okay, the woman, the sniper, who you can see in the distance with the hole torn out of her ear, where like the earring was, pulls to the side in time to avoid the spray of ice. It is just covered with terrible frostbite instead, taking 14 damage, which does not entirely kill her, but she's sorely, horribly injured by this. And one more, please.
One more. That one is lightning damage.
Cool. Roll that, please.
30.
Okay.
Most of these have been above average. That's not bad, actually.
That's
It's
good.
not bad at all.
My lowest was 29. That's not terrible.
No, not at all.
Hey. Ooh. you hear a screeching sound from the distance. So you watch as Celestia reaches up. The spray of different colours runs down, and you watch as halflings burn, turn into solid blocks of ice, melt, have bolts seared through them with lightning, float up into the air. One just turns into a statue and falls over and then smashes as a bolt of lightning goes through it.
Nudie stone women?
Nudie fucking stone women.
You don't have the nudie, but they are stone. They were women. So that they are gone. Oh boy. And the cannon is just slagged by acid and lightning.
Yeah, does the cannon survive this?
Roll. You know what? Actually, roll a d8, please. I want to find out actually what the cannon gets.
I will, if I can, I'll aim for it.
Yeah.
That is it turns to stone.
Okay, the cannon weirdly. You watch as the cannon is struck by a ray and goes from being this huge, was essentially like an eye, like a cast iron bronze lined tube, just turns into pure white alabaster. It's a statue of a cannon now.
Like a nice garden ornament.
Yeah. You are somewhat doubtful of its ability to serve as a cannon now, but it's an excellent piece of ornamentation. You just as the light fades from your eyes, this corridor is clear.
How many people did I just kill?
At least 6.
5, 6, 7,
Yeah, well, I know I killed a lot of randoms.
14.
I don't know how many mooks there
At
were.
least 16.
Oh,
Right.
more than the last one. Yeah. I was just curious for later character
The
things.
full 30-foot corridor leading to leading down to whatever last chamber lies beyond is now clear, apart from the frozen, slagged, melted, or burned bodies.
Mm-hmm. She's just there, sort of breathing heavily, looking real weird, and turns to you, looks kind of terrifying, actually, and there's this flash of rainbow, and 11 temporary hit points, and feel free to move if you are not bothered about spending a reaction.
I'm going to move towards that.
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't have a reaction.
I think I used my reaction to try and stop Lux moving.
You did.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Well, I'll take the hit points.
Still worth it for hit
God,
points? Yeah, I think it
Yes.
is, isn't it? Because you're fucked, aren't you? So let's still do that.
Yes.
Oh, that was that. By the way, that is such a narrow miss on this on that counter spell.
I know.
I'm so worried. I'm so worried.
I'm worried about wisdom. We have to go find the girl.
Clara.
It's
Clara.
either
She's
her
after
or
Clara.
And they, a friend said that they'll go to the boat.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that friend would have meant the fireboat.
You don't know.
That's what I read it as, but I could be wrong.
Okay,
don't
well,
know.
none of the lieutenants are going to act because you've just killed at
The spell's
least 2
Dimension
of them.
Door, wasn't it? That wasn't a teleport circle. That wasn't the spell I know.
Yeah, it was Dimension
It wasn't
Door,
Dimension
so...
Door, so that's not far.
Okay, we gotta go, yeah.
You know that. Well, I would say that you caught a glimpse of where she was doing. It did look like the sky above.
Okay, cool.
So where it looked like the same sky as when you left, went underground. So it's probably somewhere close by. But yeah, that makes this.
I would have sent to Clara on a turn if I thought it was Clara, but I didn't.
You didn't. Which makes it Scamp's go.
Yeah, I want to move up so I can see this next room.
Cool. Do you want to pick up a CD? Do you want to pick up CD's skull as you
Yeah.
go? You just scoop it up as you pass. What's going on? You hear in your
Nothing.
mind. Okay. It's
The most useless one in terms of helping you.
It's suddenly very roomy. in
No,
here.
no, the spells were what I fucking needed.
but you do at least have your slow back as a spell, and 2 of your spell points. Sorcery
Command
points.
was the one I needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I get from CD. So. Ugh! Yeah, what do I see in the room, though?
So, getting up and moving forwards, you got up in your previous turn. You see what appears to be the partially slagged by random, in places burning, smoking, and slightly melting, very nice furniture of what appears to be a luxury suite of some description. At the end of this corridor, you can see there was a very nice bed, which is currently kind of sagging in the middle. In the middle, there are 3 halflings here. 2 in pools on the floor. Sorry, 1 in a pool on the floor. 1 fallen over and made of stone, and 1 you recognise as Tam from the front door. He is now a block of ice.
Oh dear.
And we can mark another of Owen's lieutenants off.
I'm picturing him still with the nonchalant expression.
Is that 4?
He looks very annoyed in these last moments. Yeah, 4 down. And you also, as that's the 4 halfling corpses you see, you also see 1 more non-corpse where she's scrambled back into the room of the woman with the torn ear, frantically reloading her rifle. She is looking half dead from frostbite, covered in ice, and eyes snapping around wildly. That said, the moment you step into the room, the last halfling drops down from where he was standing on a ledge above the door. As
good.
Owen fucking Copperkettle is going to attack you.
Okay, can I do my curse at the same time? Because it expires this turn. So I could do with getting rid of it.
He basically had an attack saved for the moment you step through the door, so it happens first.
Okay.
Then you get your action.
Alright, if I survive it.
Yeah. You kind of get the action regardless, but it's going to happen simultaneously with this.
Okay.
Sorry, Owen's thing is... I had a whole bunch of
Barbed Devil...
You have 1,000
tabs.
Barbed Devil
right
start
now,
things up right now.
Yeah.
Here we go, Owen Copperkettle himself. Let's make... Yep, Ash Viper, venom-coated saxes. He's just streaming with pink saliva going from him, and he gets to make 4 attacks with advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna be unconscious.
Okay, so 2. You go down. I'm not even gonna necessarily. I don't think I'm... he alternates these, so actually it is worth noting doing the damage one by one. How many hit points do you have?
21.
God, well, the first... So this does actually make a difference, because he may or may not be able to get through all of these. 6... 16... 20... Okay, no. The first slash with the sax does get you. So he drops to the ground, and you feel the sax stab through your back as you sink to the ground. He turns and draws a bandolier. And draws his revolver to fire back along the corridor at whomever he can see. Which, based on the fact that you just cleared the entire corridor, is Celestia. As this is happening,
would I be in the vicinity of that as well?
Yes, actually, you can see you as well. I would like potentially. Depends. Yeah, no, you would be because you were shot by the cannon. you flying out the way of the cannon, so you must be in range.
I would be right next to where Celestia is.
So he's trying to go shoot for you. At the same moment as this happens, though, Scamp, as you sink to the ground, you release the curse. something surges out from you and cuts through Owen. And you watch his body, something about him seems to bubble and shift for a moment as springing out of his chest formed like half of light, half of blood, and then coming into existence in some real form is a bright orange tabby cat. This tabby cat contains half of Owen's maximum hit points. He loses half of his maximum hit points.
Wow.
That's terrifying. Okay.
Also potentially helpful.
Yeah.
The damage is halved between them as well now. So, of the 30 damage he took from lightning, and you can see where he's from the lightning from the prismatic spray, 15 of that has been transferred to the cat, so it's inherited half of his damage as well as half of his hit points.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, the curse effect is half your soul is split off and put in a magical animal.
Oof.
Yikes.
So, half of him's in a cat now. At least half of his hit points and vitality is. Which has just made him a lot easier to kill.
Yeah, not complaining.
So, that said, he's now going to shoot... I'm just going to divide these between two each, between Celestia and Corzin, because he doesn't get sneak attack on these. So, Celestia, 1917 to hit.
Yeah,
he's not... He doesn't have marksman. Sorry. So that would be... Okay, no, they both do hit. I rolled with disadvantage. Because I realised that he's shooting it. He's shooting outside his 30-foot range. So they do hit. These are two. You take 2 shots with the revolver for 5, and then 14 damage. So 19.
Ooh, I have a whole hit point still.
You take 2 shots in the chest, staggering, barely keeping yourself conscious.
Oh, I can assure you, I'm going to roll performance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she don't flinch. I mean, she does, but like she just stays there.
And then 2 attacks to disadvantage against Corzin. Okay, so 1 shot pings, which means I have to re-roll this.
Oh,
Okay.
ricochets.
Corzin, 13 wouldn't hit you, right?
Nope.
Okay, it was a natural. One of them was a natural 1, but halfling.
Ah, yeah.
It scoots past you, ricochets, and just clips your hat.
You're in for it now.
Fucking hell, another natural 1. The second shot pings off the back, and this one shoots you dead in the back. So you take 2, 4. You take 8 points of percussive damage. There's fucking halfling luck triggered twice. He is looking fucking mad at this point, like wild-eyed mad. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. So yeah, Scamp drops to the ground, having been shanked in the back. But Owen's soul cat just like starts scrambling away, just like I guess it acts on his turn. It's panicking. I think it's going to go for one of the exits. You see it running towards a side door in this plush apartment.
Poor kitty.
So, and it scrambles behind it paws at some sort of door handle and manages to get some sort of thing twisting and unlatching and runs inside it. So the cat is gone. Owen, mad bastard that he is, and he's looking sagging, like half this life's been drained from him, is going to sprint forwards, double dashing. I mean, at this point,
It's done 5 attacks. Can you do anything else?
It's now his turn. He was basically holding an attack action for when someone came through the door to just drop an attack.
One attack action? Jesus.
Hasted.
Oh, yeah.
Is that still going?
He's hopped up.
Oh, he's taken a healthy quantity of red leaf powder here.
He's probably at high risk of cardiac arrest. But
He's
that's
at
not gonna
really
help
high
us.
risk here. Important question. Corzin, are you standing next to Celestia?
Yes.
Well, the good news is that means he can't use his sneak attack against you. Because you're not unaccompanied.
Nope.
He is, however, going to sprint forwards, drawing his saxes, and just try and fucking knife fight. He's going to go for Corzin first because he's hopped up and is going to go for the fellow halfling.
Right. Okay. Swords out.
Swords out. So fucking hell. Right. Well, the second one misses. The first one was a dirty 20. Sorry, not a natural 20, even. Not even a dirty 20.
Oh, Jesus, we are fucked.
So you take 14
Okay.
plus 2 fire damage as the ash viper venom literally burns your skin where he slashes you.
Just doing maths.
So 16.
Yeah.
Attack 3. This time again, it's boy. How are you doing, hit points wise?
67.
57
Jesus.
now. As the second
57.
slash goes through.
Not you didn't lose 57.
No,
you lost
you
10.
You
and
lost
you're
10.
now down
You're
to
on
57.
Yeah.
You're now the fourth fucking strike hits, and you are now down another 11.
Okay.
You're on 46.
So 56. Yeah. Okay.
46.
Wait, no, sorry, 46.
Yeah. 18.
18 hits me. Yeah.
Cool. And with the last mad bastard sax attack, that is you lose another 11, taking you down to 35 as he just slashes into you, cackling madly.
Okay.
The sappers are dead. There's been secret round a turn every round where they try and blow something up or collapse something on you, and they are
dead.
done. Okay, Corzin. To the best of your knowledge, there are 3 enemy halflings still alive. Owen in front of you, earringless girl down the hallway, and there is that sniper.
Okay. Do I still have the
with the pipe? Yeah.
Fine. Okay. Yeah, I just gotta try and take him down, I think. So I'm gonna go after him with my with Riptide first.
Yep.
So that's a 19 to hit.
Ooh, 19. He tries to duck out of the way, but you manage to catch him with the blade. Well done.
Okay. Shall I roll the damage for this individually?
Roll the damage for this individually, please.
Right, okay. So, first, that is 11 slashing damage.
Okay, next one.
Next one is 28 to hit.
Roll damage.
7 slashing damage.
And at this point, he blocks the first hit with one of the Ash Viper venomed daggers. You catch it, slide it away, and it leaves him wide open. Finish this.
Okay, if I parried it away with Riptide, I'm going to bring my other sword through, just impaling him straight through the heart up to the hilt.
You see the blade go all the way through. And just that moment where he sinks onto the blade a little.
You ain't on the last laugh this time.
As you kind of shove him off, he goes. It was a good joke while it lasted. His eyes roll back, and you see something from him. Some heat haze around him flicker away.
Oh.
Down the hallway. In the direction of the cat.
Oh, alright.
So weird that this cat exists.
I've still got an attack action, haven't I?
You do. You still got your bonus. So
Right, okay, so I've got a choice between...
and you can actually see the girl that you've slayed prey on.
Where's that bitch down the
way
corridor?
down, way down. She's outside of you. She's outside of short range for the revolver, but you've got long
Well, I
range
haven't
shot.
moved. Can I move and then use...
Oh yeah, you can move and then
Right, yeah. I'm gonna... if I can get within 40 feet, yeah, boom.
Yeah, you do. You just stride away from Celestia.
Okay, that's 26 to hit.
Yep, roll damage.
4... Okay, that's... Oh, excellent. Okay, so that's 17, because I rolled a 10, and I've got the Slayer's Prey, so... Yes!
Yeah,
6.
you see,
Okay,
she raises.
23.
Yeah, she's loaded her carbine, raises it up, points at you, and just as her finger is squeezing on the trigger, through the eye.
Like, straight down
Yeah.
the iron sights.
Yeah, and she just drops down.
Is there anyone else left at this point?
There's a sniper.
yeah.
There's the
Yes,
sniper,
there is
that's it.
one sniper, and he's just fucking gonna go for it. What's your AC, Celestia?
16.
With a 15, there is some moment where you feel just something. You just hear him brush, and you almost just like part of you is slumping, but you style it so that it's like a sweeping turn away as the bullet cracks and hits the ground. His jaw opens, the pipe drops out of his mouth. Don't suppose you'd accept a surrender, Celestia?
Absolutely fucking not. Distant whispers. Level 4.
Roll damage.
Die now. Time to die. Hang on, I need to work out how many d6s I'm using. So 3, 6. That is 12. How do I do maths? How do I maths? 20, 23, 25 damage. Is that enough?
Yeah.
Good.
Finish him? How do you want this to finish?
I just want to make eye contact with him, and I just want his head to pop
You just like
like a water
you
balloon.
just ask for mercy, and you just see.
Like if anyone has watched I'm Not Okay With This on Netflix, like that bit in it.
Excellent.
The blood-stained and gore-splattered pipe drops to the ground. The body falls. Headless body falls thereafter. You're probably you still have bonus actions. You can see Scamp on the ground, like knife wound in their back.
Just ding on the guitar. Like I don't even move.
Yeah. Roll the healing.
Hang on.
And
Okay.
I'm sorry.
how long?
That's 6 hit points, but you're up.
Thank you.
I rolled real bad, but you're up.
so the first thing, so in the moment, I'm just going to give you a quick moment of what you see before you act, because before you act. So Scamp, as you regain consciousness, you look up. All the halflings are dead. Nearly all the halflings are dead. Nearly all. Owen, you glance around, you see Owen is just slumped on the ground, far away, next to beyond where Corzin has just walked past. Hallway full of dead halflings. Rich apartment, slightly ajar door, with a mewling-looking ginger cat in what appears to be, based on the fine artworks on the walls, the lock boxes, the secure looking chests, a treasury And you also hear, as a side door opens and a confused-looking halfling comes out. Celestia, you turn the corner, about to rain death,
Covered in
and you see a very, very plaster-covered Monty come up. Oh, what the heck happened here?
Big accident, Monty.
And I think we need to...
Still charmed.
Still charmed.
Didn't see any of it.
And I think we need to pick up there next time.
Oh,
Thank you all very much for listening. Thank you all very much for playing. And farewell from all of us here at Flintlocks and Fireballs. Fair seas and natural 20s.
I always knew the risk was real. To use her was a devil's deal. But now she's made off with 2 souls. It's all slipping out of control.
So gather your muskets, gather your spears, we'll plunder the shores of Calcinea. No kraken, storm or spell we fear, so come and sail with us, my dear.